we'll have one
Two
loser.
losers.
What he just
No,
said.
one
One
loser.
loser.
Yeah, I'm
What
just
he just said.
clarifying because this guy is saying two losers.
That's why he's not speaking.
I said one
Because he's an idiot.
Never
Go get the
listen
card.
Welcome to the 5th episode of the Brother Complex. As you can see, he was the loser from, if you watched the last episode, he was the loser, so he's doing the punishment now. It's nothing too complex. We also didn't really have much prepared, but this is what we ended up with. And yeah, so he was the loser. Of course, today we'll start the games again. We'll start with the ace race. We'll explain the game when we get
We
there.
always do, to be fair.
We always do. But yeah, so he was the loser. He's probably going to be wearing that the whole episode.
No,
Of course, he's not going to have it on.
I'm not gonna have the fucking thing in my mouth the whole episode.
No,
Yeah, you don't need to have the glasses
You
either.
can also put them on your forehead.
Okay, can I put him on
Yeah,
my
you can
forehead
put it
now?
on your forehead.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and we're gonna start with a bracket. So this episode's probably gonna be coming out the week prior to Valentine's.
Yeah.
So we were like, why not just do a bracket where it's about gaming characters and couples and games, right?
Yeah.
It's dying.
It's
That's
mostly
right.
gaming because this episode is going to have a lot of gaming stuff.
It's gonna have a lot of gaming stuff. That's why we also chose these pop figures because it's the game FNAF. People know it, which you probably do. So yeah, so he's running the bracket to begin with. Then we're gonna go into the main topic. Then we're gonna be reviewing Secret Level, and then at the end we're gonna play the game. So if you've seen the other episodes, you know the structure by now because it tends to be the same. So yeah,
We also literally talked about it the last episode.
yeah. We also talked about how we would quit. But yeah, so I'll let Danny handle the
Alright.
bracket.
So let's just get straight to the bracket.
Yeah.
As Rafkan explained, it's gaming couples. So you probably recognize a lot, if not all of these. So yeah, you probably know how brackets work. I don't think I have to explain it.
Yeah, if not, they'll pick up.
True. All right, let's start then. The first one is not even like it's gaming because it's implied in the game, but it's only like actually shown in the show, right? Caitlyn and Vi from Arcane,
Mm.
right?
Oh, okay.
Against
okay.
Geralt and Yennefer. Which
Well-
one goes through?
I think considering in the game League of Legends there isn't actually any romance or any
There is like it does hint towards it.
like the dialogues and stuff. I mean, none of us have ever
Wait, can
played
we
it.
do we take the show?
Games.
I'm assuming.
The rest is what are we games?
Well,
Well, it
I
has to
don't
be Geralt and Yennefer because in the games that's like a really big.
Well, I
Yeah.
haven't played The Witcher either, so I'll leave it to you. Like, if I go off the show, I'll pick Vi, and
You've watched the Witcher show regardless.
yeah,
True.
I know. If I'm
So
going
you
off
know.
the shows, I'll still pick Vi and the other girl.
Caitlyn.
But-
From what you
and
know,
Caitlyn.
because those shows are so inspired off games.
Then Vi and Caitlyn.
Okay. What about you?
Again, if it's based on shows, I'll go Caitlyn and Vi, but it's not. And I've played Witcher game and I haven't played League of Legends.
It's the shows are inspired by the games, so it's to do with the characters. So it's not. You can think about the shows same way you can think about the Witcher show because those stories and characters are inspired from the games.
I won't do that for you.
Yeah, that one's not.
I think I'll still go with Geralt and Yennefer.
Right? Okay. So
100%.
Geralt and Yennefer moves to
Bro,
the next.
they fuck on a unicorn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did play that part.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, how are we rating these?
Fair,
By
he-
what the best couple?
Fair,
is?
he fucks everyone that
Yeah.
he meets.
I guess, yeah.
Because fucking on the unicorn is not necessarily.
That's love.
That's
love right there.
That's
I say
peak
so.
love.
All right. So Geralt and Yennefer move forward. The next one, right? Kratos and Faye.
Okay.
She doesn't appear much in the game, but you get a lot of information on how Kratos feels from
Mhm.
the game. Against Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade.
Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade, I think.
Yeah. Especially because in the game it doesn't.
I'm
show
thinking Kratos,
Yeah.
but again, my opinion is
I
impartial.
don't know so much about Johnny
It does
Cage.
have a really a much more interesting and fun dynamic to watch.
What's the consensus here?
I mean, it's just because. Wait, what's Kratos' wife named Faye?
Faye.
Like she doesn't show up.
Yeah, because she's fucking dead.
Yeah, so the romance of it isn't there. Because she's fucking dead.
Okay, but it's couples, mates.
Yeah, but how can I judge a couple if
because
half
he
the
talks
couple
about
ain't
her.
there?
He talks about her, and you literally see him grieve it.
True.
Yeah.
So
True.
the
Yeah,
first
I'm
game
going-
is all about him like going to where she.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
So-
it's a better couple. We didn't
Hey,
see them as a couple.
You decide.
So
Well, I'm
Jo-
gonna
Johnny,
go
Johnny, I don't
Kratos
think.
because I don't know Johnny Cage that much.
So
I've played Mortal Kombat, but I don't know.
have you?
We played Mortal Kombat where Johnny Cage is a character.
Yeah,
But have you,
but you
did
haven't
you play
played
the story?
No.
There you
Okay.
go.
That is not an okay. So Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro,
so
I keep on smacking the mic with my fucking
Just
finger
put it-
and-
Just be careful there.
that's still gonna smack the mic. Yeah, I mean, can you take it off, maybe?
I can't put it
Yeah.
higher up. There you go, like this.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, so Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade move forward to the next one. All right, next one. I think this could be contender for final.
Just have it in your mouth
But-
until you talk. And when you go to talk, you take it out. Just like real life.
There you go.
That-
Well,
only
I'm gonna be
because
honest. Just take
it's
it out.
just
at this
against your
point.
forehead.
No, that's what I was trying to.
That's gonna hit me. I can already tell.
This is like
Jesus.
Can you stop pointing your thing at me, mate?
Okay, regardless. The next one I think could be a final contender, but it just happened. They're already paired up. Marston and Abigail.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
Red Dead. He didn't play
Oh,
the fucking game.
that's
It's
right.
unique.
Well, versus Deacon and Sarah.
Fuck.
Deacon and Sarah.
Deacon and Sarah.
No. What?
Yeah. I think, well, to be fair, we
The
didn't
thing is,
we didn't play the first Red Dead. We only played the second one. When
Yeah, I'm judging it off the
when
second one.
when John's a character, so
but you don't play.
you
with
play as
regardless.
John. At the end.
but like the whole thing is that Deacon like he's the whole game is just trying to fight.
I mean, I would say
Yeah, but,
Deacon as
but we're
well.
not talking about the game. We're talking about
Yeah.
them as a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Deacon
I
and
don't
Sarah.
mind either or. I
Deacon
mean,
and
you don't
Sarah.
know John or
I know John.
and they're both Giga Chads.
they are.
Okay, next one. Geralt and Triss. Because technically they were also a couple for a little bit. I think this one's also clear. Versus Peter and MJ from the
Peter and
Spider-Man games.
MJ.
Peter and MJ.
Based from the Spider-Man games. MJ's a bit of a bitch. I just want to remind everyone. You play Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Geralt.
well, like Geralt and the other, like
And
they weren't
Triss.
really a couple.
They were.
Geralt and Triss was a
I
very
think-
side thing.
Yeah, it
We're
was
judging them off
side
couple.
hoe.
Geralt fucked everyone, let's be honest.
Yeah, but
Sure.
we're judging them off couples, not people that
Especially
fuck
in the
each
game.
other.
Especially when I play.
yeah. The next one.
Joe, I tried to get both Triss and Yennefer, and then I got like the scene where they pretend they both
And then
go
they tie you, yeah.
shag you, and then they just tie you in with either, and then you gotta
Basically,
walk the
if you
streets
played
naked,
the Witcher game,
which
there's
is great.
like,
Yeah.
which is a good game, but you can spend. No, I didn't. But you can spend money on basically proxies in the game, which shows like a quick 5-second scene, and you basically just spend money on that. So,
I mean, you can. It's just
No,
this
you
guy
don't
spent all
have
his
to.
income on
Is that
fucking
why you
prostitutes.
never had money for like potions?
bro, I
or
remember the
items?
next mission. I had to spend a certain amount of money on like a boat to get somewhere, and I didn't have enough because I spent it so much on proxies.
Okay.
You would admit that to the internet.
And that's gonna.
Bro, it's a game.
Lovely.
It's not like I do in real life.
Okay, next one. One of the couples just popular. We haven't really played the games, but Nathan and Owenna from Uncharted
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
versus
strong one.
Peach and Mario.
Bro, Peach
Peach is a bitch.
is a
Yeah.
she's a red flag.
I'm going with Nathan and.
You're actually fucking Bowser or something.
Bro, yeah, 100%. She's always getting kidnapped. Nah,
Yeah, I'm going with Nathan and whatever. I forgot her name.
Elena, yeah.
Oh, I know.
I agree.
Okay.
Bro, you can just take
So-
it off. I'll be honest. It's
Yeah,
starting
it's,
to annoy
now
me,
it
bro.
started to piss me off.
Because it keeps going into my vision and you keep moving it. Just take it off at this point. Just leave it go.
Geralt and Yennefer
Mhm.
against Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat.
These couples are all shit.
Geralt and Yennefer for me, but yeah.
I mean, for me, I mean, be honest, for me,
Mate, you watched the show as well, so you know these characters.
so guess what I'm doing? Giving my opinion on it. For me,
Actually, it's not
I
fun.
mean,
That's
for
why we have
me,
the problem.
Deacon and Sarah are gonna win all this, but I guess Johnny right now, Johnny.
Nah,
Johnny
I think
I think Geralt and
and
Yennefer, but my
yeah.
opinion doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I think Yennefer.
100%.
So far, I think I've agreed with everything. Okay, next one.
we should have done best.
Okay, so now we're into 4.
Oh yeah,
Now it works.
did we say why we're doing best gaming couples? It's because
I did when I
Oh,
introduced you.
Because it's more of a gaming.
Valentine's next week, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll
So,
have a proper Valentine's episode. Yeah,
next week.
is it that Friday when we're releasing our episode?
yeah, so the exact next episode is going to be
On the
released
14th.
exactly.
Yeah, so on that one, the whole episode's gonna be Valentine's.
Yeah, the next
Yeah,
episode,
We,
full
we,
Valentine's.
we might even kiss at the end. Who knows?
We're playing spin the bottle for 3 hours.
Okay. So now this is actually proper quarterfinals. Yeah.
Can you take the vibration off the song?
Can you take the vibration of the dildo inside my ass?
Okay, let's go. Nathan and Owenna from Uncharted
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
against Peter and MJ from the Spider-Man games. just games. Don't think about
Because they're talking about
Nathan and Elena.
Nathan and Elena.
Yeah.
If it wasn't about games, Peter and MJ, 100%. But because we're talking just about games, Nathan
Yeah.
and Elena.
Okay, next one. Deacon and Sarah against Geralt and
Deacon and
Yennefer.
Sarah.
Geralt and
Yennefer.
Deacon and Sarah.
If you go like, Geralt didn't have any proper relationships.
Yeah, because
No,
yeah,
I mean, I
like,
didn't play the game, but I'm going off the show,
but in the game it's the same thing. It's like
Yeah,
they're
so-
always
and we're judging it off relationships. So I don't
They're
even know why
always
he made it
weak,
this
so-
far. I'm a bureau.
well. They
They
have,
do have,
they deserve
wish
their spot so
They have
far,
a
but
wish.
yeah.
What is?
Uh,
I'm not gonna
okay.
come on it because
Final.
Mm.
Nathan and Elena from Uncharted against Deacon and Sarah
Deacon
from
and Sarah.
Days Gone.
feel like-
Nathan and Elena.
I think that's.
I would
the
say
stupidest thing
Deacon and
you
Sarah,
said
but
today.
my opinion.
Nathan and Elena.
How is it Nathan and Elena?
Bro, she
Listen.
went from a reporter to being joined with them to then.
Yeah, it's like especially in the last game.
Deacon literally was on the boundary of like forgetting about his wife. He spent the whole time you play the game, it's him looking for his
Do I-
wife. When he finds his wife, it's them fighting pretty much against
Do I
the
need
world.
to remind you
Since
that
they're
he killed like a whole group of people, drove across the country after a year and a half, thinking she's still dead. He thought she was still dead,
and not
he
just
left. He left everyone
Sorry, you
behind.
interrupted me first.
He had, thank you. He had an opportunity to actually settle down for once with Boozer and the camp that he actually
Yeah.
liked. He left all that. He left Boozer.
Mm.
He left everything he knew, and he still thought his wife. There was a small chance that he was alive. Just to see her.
Yeah, and it's like Deacon, like the moments you have with Deacon and Sarah.
No, yeah, I have. I'm sorry.
Bro, the moment let me see. The moments you have with Deacon
Now
and
they
Sarah
say that, to be
are
honest.
way better than anything you have with Nathan and Elena. And the thing is, it's like
okay.
it means so much more because Deacon didn't give up on Sarah.
Listen. Yeah, to be fair,
Deacon Sarah wins.
I do tend to. I do tend to agree that I think I'm gonna
Like, do you
change.
remember?
I'm gonna change my vote to Deacon, but just only because you only really get to see Nathan's and Elena's relationship in the last game when Nathan is more mature.
You mean 5 or 4?
4?
4. I'm not counting 5 as part of the series.
Because that's not with Nathan.
Yeah,
And
no, but technically it's part of the
wasn't
Uncharted
5. It
series.
wasn't 5. It was like 4.5. It's like how Spider-Man Miles Morales is not a different game.
It's a little different, but continue. It doesn't really
No,
matter.
it's exactly the exact same thing. Actually.
Well, Spider-Man Miles Morales is more built like a DLC that's too big for a DLC.
So was the game.
That's a whole game. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the same
Uncharted-
size as the Uncharted games.
What are you talking
no,
about?
not
The one
4.
where
The
it's a
one with the
woman.
girl.
Five, yeah.
Yeah, no, that doesn't count, bro.
That's but
Okay.
That's
well,
your conversation midway. Now you don't
it
understand
doesn't
what's
matter.
going on.
Just because in the previous games, Nathan and Elena's relationship was either non-existent or just a.
And the thing is,
Very
like, do you
casual
remember? You probably remember this. The cabin scene you have with Sarah when you're
Yeah.
playing, and it's like it's that thing of like they're going through their memories before everything went to shit, and it's basically them knowing that it's them against the world. Because right now, they can't stay in the south because like she's like a commander and like he can't be with her or something like that. But they can't really go to the north without like help, and they need to sort out stuff.
No, yeah.
And so it's
He takes
them
on a
being
whole
like,
army, bro.
yeah, it is them being like, oh, but we can't do anything but enjoy the moment.
I have changed my vote to Deacon and.
If you didn't know,
yeah, don't get me wrong.
Just-
Nathan and
I'm
Elena,
in control.
second place, definitely out of all of them, should be in the second place. Nathan and Elena, but Deacon and Sarah. That's why I said they should have.
I thought Peter and MJ would make it a little further.
Nah.
Well, no, because we're talking about the games, and MJ in the games is nothing.
Well,
MJ loved Spider-Man. She didn't love Peter Parker.
Actually, it was the other way around in the comics. She tells Peter to give up being Spider-Man,
more than once. So,
Yeah.
but he doesn't because he's a fucking girl.
anyway, that's it. That was the final.
shit!
That was
Yeah. So yeah, that was the bracket. That was a bit smaller than I was expecting. But it's fine. We have time.
That's what she said.
Well, we have time.
To you. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next thing. Again, the whole episode today, besides like the game at the end, is gonna be around games. So you can probably guess what the next topic's gonna be.
Hence
about.
why the pop figures are.
Game card.
Who picked?
Oh.
the pop?
Yeah. So I picked those ones, but that's gonna be for next episode.
Well, is there a specific reason why?
There is. I told him.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They can't even see it. So
Next episode, you'll know. Okay, so the topic now, the main topic is we're going to be talking about best game characters in terms of depth and development. We're not doing a bracket or anything.
It's a draft.
It's a draft. And do you want to explain what a draft is? Because you explained it to me.
It's
so-
just pretty simple. Yeah, we're gonna start on that side, and we're each gonna pick
That's
a
the first time we're
character-
doing this, so hopefully
yeah,
it goes well.
a character that represents like that fits best the description, which is the gaming characters with the best depth or development. And yeah, we each gonna pick one. We can't pick the same one. Once a character is picked, it can't be repeated. And we're each gonna pick 4.
Yeah,
and
three.
then
We're
at
doing
the-
3.
Oh, is it 3?
Yeah.
And then and then at the end we'll see who ends up with
The best
or
characters
the-
with better depth and
yeah.
character
or
development.
we'll discuss what the
Also, by depth and character development, at least to me, character development is how they change from the beginning of the game to the end. That's character development.
Yeah.
And depth is with their ideals and their personality and their actions, how much depth they have. So they're not superficial
and
characters.
also
I think that's
the way the story plays with that. The way that the story represents the different ways.
the things. We're not talking about the story. We're talking about the character.
I know.
So we should base it off the character, not the story.
I know. But the way the character progresses through the story.
Yeah, the way.
And-
their
and-
choices.
And the way way their character is explored during the story, the different avenues they go off and all that stuff. It's all should be included.
I didn't even understand that.
Do you mean as in like how other characters describe them, or like
no,
how...
I mean like the way the story portrays the different aspects of the character's personality, and the depth and the way they explores different. Basically, it's a long way of saying it. The way the story approaches character depth. Of that.
You keep saying depth.
Depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a hit on
You
it.
keep
man.
saying depth. Yeah.
Like they owe you money. All right. I think this
I
reason
kind of wish I had come up with more characters. I feel like one of you is gonna say a character. I'm gonna be like, oh
If you-
fuck, I should have
I
picked
got
that.
a few obscure ones.
Um,
Not really
let's just
I'm,
obscure.
gonna start, well, I'm starting. We can go this way. I'm starting with one that probably most people here have. I'm gonna go with Kratos from the 2018
Yeah,
game.
that was my first one as well.
With the 2018 game, I think because it's what I told you. I watched Tony.
Let's give the list first and then explain them.
No, we're going one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So everyone's gonna say a character, and then we're gonna
And then explain them.
yeah,
Oh,
and
sorry.
we're gonna go. So yeah.
Did not-
So I watched Tony. It's you guys don't know, but I watched him play the 2018 God of War. Like I've literally been watching. He hasn't finished it yet, but I've already watched quite a bit of the story, and I just realized how much development Kratos has. Because in the beginning, there's so many scenes. Of like, for example, when what's his name?
A-Train.
A-Train.
No, it's not A-Train.
Can't stop the A-Train.
Why am I bugging out? It's not Atreus.
Atreus.
Atreus, thank you.
I said
When Atreus, like he had the problem with because he just had his first kill, and Kratos like goes like this and puts like hovers his hand over his back, but doesn't actually do anything, and then he just picks up his knife,
Mm.
and it's like you probably I don't know if you remember that scene, but it's like you go from that to at the end of the game when he's talking to his son, and the son is talking to him and repeating the teachings that Kratos gave him back to him, because like there's a moment in the beginning where Kratos is telling Atreus that they need to be that, like he has to be better if he wants to go on this journey because the whole game is that they need to put the ashes in the highest peak, and then at the end of the game is Atreus saying to his dad Kratos that they need to be better like them too. So I think his development is
I
insane.
thought you guys were gonna be able to at least give a round for picking Kratos.
All right.
'Cause I was gonna pick
No, that's why I wanted to
I
go
was-
first because I was gonna pick Kratos first.
Kratos is first, so.
Well,
okay.
you can't because
I know, but I had.
I feel like most people did, or they had them in his in the West at least. So it's your turn, Tiago.
I think, I mean, I have to pick. I'm sorry, but I have to pick Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, because of my West as well.
So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the one that like we all agree on. That's up there. One of the best in terms of character development. The way he changes throughout the story, his attempt at like trying to still be a good man despite everything he's done and despite the things that he has to do, the inner conflict, him having to not be able to settle down with that girl. That his wife at some point, or was it?
No, it wasn't his wife. just go.
And
He had a
like,
wife, or he had a kid and a wife,
Yeah.
I think. For
and then like but basically just staying with the outlaw life, and even though the world keeps on like modernizing, them trying to keep their ways while still being good, and the ending itself, especially if you pick the good ending.
It's not pick if you were good.
The good
yeah.
ending is definitely better than the
Yeah.
bad ending.
It just shows how well written a gaming character can be, especially if you really play the game, do all the side missions, you really get to know Arthur's not just character but like his psyche and the way he perceives things, and the way other characters perceive him as well. Just that one scene on the train with the nun, it's like really classical. So yeah,
Yeah.
enough said from me. But
I'm not gonna, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get 3 overall because I feel
think
like everyone's gonna pick
This
mine.
guy is gonna take my second one now.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Deacon.
There we go. That's my second
feel
one.
like-
really,
I had
did
it
you
in my
even
list as well.
try to get the? Oh no, I'm not speaking to you. Did you even try to like look for?
No, I do,
Okay.
but like these are the characters I think most about when we're
Yeah, when we're talking about
like,
games,
I
these
have
are the
others,
characters I
but
think
they're less reasonable for
Okay.
me to pick. So
That's fair. That's fair.
I
mean,
have
what
one
can
I
I
don't
say
think
about-
people thought about much.
I
have a few.
I have a couple, but like they're just harder to explain.
I have a crazy poll. I don't know if I'm going to pick
I mean,
it, but
what can
it
I
might
say
be an
about
honorable mention.
Deacon? Like he goes through everything. I mean, in the beginning of the game, he's literally trying to kill himself, or he just goes on dangerous missions to try just die.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about anything. He doesn't want to settle down. He literally like the whole point of the beginning of the game is him trying to move on and just escape.
Yeah.
And then through the game is him realizing that maybe settling down is a potential. And the whole battle that he faces about accepting the wife's death, it literally goes through like the whole thing of like grieving, acceptance, like the whole thing. And then having to choose between what he knows or risking it all for his wife.
Yeah.
And then he's still choosing to risk the whole thing. that he-
Not even his wife, just
the potential. The, whole thing is
maybe.
the whole point of his character is that he didn't have anything. He wanted to just die, especially in the beginning. And then he finally found a place that he could settle down. And then as soon as he finds that, he has to choose between staying there or leaving. And even then he chooses to leave because of his wife. And I think by the end of the game, he's different from the beginning. And not as much character development, but depth for his character and his ideals. I feel like there's a very strong conversation.
It's so crazy how extremely underrated Days Gone is.
So I'm a
I think
big
so as
fan, bro.
well.
I'm a big
Like,
fan.
it's
I'm
like
not sure it's
because
like
the thing is,
publicity or
Red Dead 2 gets the love it deserves. Like
It is Rockstar though.
yeah, still, it still receives the love it deserves. Days Gone, it's such an underrated game.
Yeah.
well, there goes all my
Like-
picks. Well,
Oh really? Wait, do you have any?
no, I have like 2 more.
So, well, Kratos was my top one, and then
Well, that's been picked.
Well, that's
so
been
you
picked.
can't
Yeah,
say
we did say not
no,
to just three.
and Days Gone was my second one.
Okay.
So this one might be a little bit of a crazy poll.
You need 3, mate. Keep that in mind.
Well, Quadra have a list of 10.
Good, nice.
I was gonna go with Marcus from Detroit Become Human.
I thought about that, but that's dependent on how the game goes. Depends on what choices you make. Because if, for example, I was thinking about going with Hank, how he finally accepts androids. But the thing is, that's dependent. No, because I like, for example,
Yeah.
I watched Tony play the game,
Yeah.
and in his version, Connor kills Hank.
Oh,
And Hank doesn't like, he always hates androids throughout the game. So like, I feel like for a choice like that, it depends on how the game went for you, and depends on what you picked.
Well,
So you could argue that development of the characters there is dependent on the player and not on the
I
actual
feel like
character.
because of that, that's affects it a little bit.
but to be fair, we can still. I mean, you can still.
When
What
I-
storyline are you
what
gonna go
story?
with?
when I played the story, Marcus went from an android that was just used for like, I remember the game starts, he's like painting and stuff. He works with this like old guy, and then he starts getting
Yeah, but
his own thoughts and like the whole thing of finding the refugees and then becoming like a community, and then like the part where they fight
Becoming
against
human.
the basically.
Sounds like it's the title of the video.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but,
kinda-
like the thing is, that's the
video.
choices you pick. That's not the character.
also the old man, you kind of brush him off the side. The main reason Marcus turns out like that was because of the old man in the beginning. Because
Yeah.
the old man
That's like
teaches him
his
to
mentor.
think for himself.
The whole thing with that game is that you pick how the character is, so you can't
So
say
his development is dependent on you.
depending on you. So you can't say he has a lot of development or depth because that's depending on the choices
Yeah,
you make.
for me, Marcus died straight away as it was possible.
Really?
I had to go back because like it was during like the first protest.
yeah, it's,
Yeah,
you
and
fought-
he
you
goes-
fought.
I think he got clipped in mine
And
as
I
well.
was like, yeah, let's fight. They just throw like a Molotov.
To be honest,
Doesn't he get clipped?
Yeah.
when I just rewatched it now,
I don't think so.
you see, do you remember in the game when Connor and Marcus? It's pretty much at the end. They're in the refugee place, and you can choose to trust or not trust Connor. Tony, he chose not to trust him, and then what Marcus does is, oh, I can't trust you, and just pulls out a gun and shoots Connor.
Anyway, let's keep
Anyways,
going because
Okay, my next poll, I literally just changed it. I had something different. I'll tell you what I had before. So before, I had the Insomniac Spider-Man. I changed it to Miles Morales Spider-Man. I feel like the development of Miles Morales is better than the development
I
of
had
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Because the
Miles
thing
Morales.
is,
I had Peter.
Peter, he has the development of the whole thing of like he has to learn to go through the death of Aunt May. That's a big thing, and like choosing between saving the world or saving Aunt May, that's a big thing. But like with Miles, because the story of Miles starts with him, like it's the start of his Spider-Man career. With Peter, he's already been Spider-Man, and I feel like the development of him, like going through the failures, failing with saving the helicopter, and then Peter explaining that to him, and then him growing, and then at the end of it's also a short game, but at the end of the game, him like with the girl. I don't know. Does she die at the end?
No,
What?
she does.
In Miles Morales.
Yeah, once
yeah, she does.
Oh,
She gets,
that's-
she gets,
him,
the
she gets
thinker.
allocated.
Yeah.
and yeah, and like him going through that and realizing that there's just certain people you can't save, and even then at the end he tries to save her because he built up
First.
all the energy.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you can still play a little bit with him, and it's him accepting the death of that girl that was very close to him.
Yeah.
And it's that whole thing of also that like the relationship with his uncle getting better, like getting closer with his uncle because his uncle
All right. Well,
not all there.
I think your next one.
So yeah, the Spider-Man
What are you
Miles Morales.
Okay.
Is it crazy Paul?
I mean, I have a few
You look
possible
like-
crazy polls.
Give me Mulan.
Sort of in the gaming code. Okay. Should I go?
We're always talking about Mulan.
I think I'm gonna go for Nathan Drake.
That was all.
Adam as well.
So yeah, I think it's mainly from like the jump between the first 3 games to the 4th one. I think is the biggest in this character development, because the Nathan Drake in the 4th one, it's
Do keep these written down, like the ones you actually
Yeah.
got to pick.
Yeah, of course.
And we can talk about.
so in the first 3, Nathan is more of like just going on adventures, looking for treasure. He is pretty much obsessed and addicted to it, and he can't, even though he meets Elena in the first game. He doesn't go with her, and he meets someone else in the second game. So he can't keep any relationship or friendship throughout the games. The only one that he keeps is Sully, just because Sully used to be him or be like him when he was younger. So in the 4th game, when he's finally moved on past all of that, and he's taken back into it, and him realizing how much he misses and like being happy again, it just shows how much the character has grown. And then still at the end, for him to finally make a decision, not just because the adventure stopped happening or there wasn't more treasure, because there will always be more treasure, but because he just decides that the adventure he wants to have is to live a life with
Marriage.
Elena. And yeah, so the way, besides,
I disagree a little bit, but I think we'll get onto that once we actually
Sure.
talk about all the rest.
you disagree in terms of
In terms of like some of the things you just said towards this character,
okay.
but we can talk once everybody has the list.
Sure.
We can more, because it's just so
Yeah.
you could get your explanation out without me interrupting you. So it's now my turn to pick. I think both of you are fucking idiots. Give me Peter Parker from the games.
Well,
He goes-
which you just talked about him.
Yeah, I know, but you ended up picking Miles Morales
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I think both of you are idiots. The way he starts the game, then the whole thing about him wanting to quit being Spider-Man, and the whole thing about him wanting to heal Aunt May, and instead that he learns what it means to be Spider-Man, how he has sacrificed Aunt May. The whole thing with the symbiote, how he can't control his emotions,
I
just
forgot about the
angry,
second game.
and then he has to go through the whole thing about that realization and then quitting being Spider-Man. That's like
Listen,
the most important comic stories of Spider-Man put into
the
one.
only reason I didn't pick it is because you get that in the comics as well, and in the movies to some degree.
But we're talking
So
about gaming cards.
I know. So I just wanted to give light to other characters. But I agree with you. I agree
think-
with you.
Between
I'm gonna be
Peter
honest,
Parker or Nathan Drake, give me Peter.
I completely forgot about the second game.
So I think I have great standing here, and I already know my best pick. I think it's gonna be good. So it's obscure.
Well, my next pick is
I feel like my next
slightly obscure.
my next pick is like out of left field, and I don't know if I can
Give me
even
Mario.
describe it.
He keeps going back to Peach, even though she's getting pounded by Bowser.
For my second one, I'll probably go with The Witcher.
Geralt.
Yeah, with Geralt.
I had.
You didn't finish the game.
I thought about it, but I haven't played the game, so I can't.
I think I was like at the end, bro. I just didn't do the last mission
How can you see how Carter goes from beginning to end if you didn't?
because
finish
I'm
the
also thinking about the shows, which are connected to the character, which is the same story.
game? Yeah, but we're
God,
just talking
make
about the
eye
game.
contact.
I mean, he's played the game. Does everything that happened in the show happen in the game?
No.
Because he's also thinking about the shows, but we're talking about just
No.
games.
But anyways, he goes from someone.
Also, we only played The Witcher 3.
Anyways,
I don't think it's Wes is making for Marcus want to try and become human and Geralt that he hasn't finished the game.
Geralt goes from literally someone that doesn't have any feelings whatsoever. It's basically just a machine to kill, to towards the end being in love and having his own daughter and like just being like protective about her and everything. That happens in the game. So that is a transformation and a half.
He spends most of The Witcher 3 looking for her,
Yeah.
so he doesn't even spend that much time with her.
No, but they show parts of him training her and like flashbacks.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff
do
like
have
that.
the flashbacks with her.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I picked The Witcher.
Fairs. Rafa, what's your final pick?
I was looking at something now.
To be fair, I have a few more, like that I'll say afterwards, the ones that didn't make it.
The thing is, I don't remember.
Technically, those were just backups. So technically, they're
Yeah.
worse about than whatever. You
Yeah,
picked.
but just on honorable mentions. Also, just a side note. Do you know the animated Witcher movie?
Yeah.
That came out on Netflix about his like friend's backstory. The
Yeah.
old guy. Yeah. There's gonna be a new one coming out this year with actually Geralt,
Oh, nice.
but it's the same.
Same type of.
yeah.
That was a really good film.
Yeah, of animation. So
Um,
come on, bro. I thought I had a list of like 20.
Not 20. Most of them have been taken.
It's two.
I was gonna say Doctor Nefarious from, but I'm not. That's not my pick. My pick is gonna be, Leo and Vincent from A Way Out. You two haven't played it, but I think their character development is very good. I'll try and explain it a little bit. Basically, you know the premise of the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's these two guys. One of them has been in prison for a long time. The other one hasn't. And one of them is like the violent, gets into a lot of fights type of guy. The other
Yeah.
one is the more calm, thinks through type of things. And then they don't like each other. And throughout the game, they learn to trust each other.
Oh, they're not brothers.
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
And they learn to trust each other and eventually escape. And then they find out each other's reasons to why they are like this. For example, I think it's Vincent. He hangs out with Leo's family and realizes that
Yeah.
his family's very poor, stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then Leo finds out the same thing about Vincent, that he has, I think his,
He's going through like a divorce. or
yeah,
something.
he's going through his divorce, shit like that. And then at the end of the game, spoilers, you
Oh.
can choose to kill one of them. Like,
No,
because
because it's a betrayal.
it's a two-player game. And, well, technically, because you as the player can choose to kill or not.
No,
You don't have to.
no. So, you
Am I bugging?
you always have to choose. So basically, the reveal in the game is that, what was the shorter guy's name? It was
Leo's is like a skinny one.
So Vincent, it was revealed that he was working for the police the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's it.
He wasn't actually
Yeah, I don't remember now.
criminal. He was just.
I thought he was police. I was wondering why.
Yeah,
I thought
he was a secret agent, and but he still
still cared for.
he still ended up caring for him at the end. But at the end, you have to like fight, and then you fight each other.
And the funny thing is, it's like if you realize, because the thing is, the way they do it is, it's a two-player game, and you have to aim the cursor to a specific symbol and then click
Yeah.
R2.
So yeah,
But
and
Vincent,
you have to.
yeah, but Vincent's cursor moves faster, so only the player that's playing as Vincent can choose to die.
No, it's whoever's more tired. I think.
Yeah, it's 12.
Was it that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember it was something like that.
Because before you have like the shooting where you try to shoot each other.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
but you can't actually kill each other then.
Mhm.
Basically, whoever loses
yeah.
most health, the cursor moves
And I
forward.
also remember, because I played it with him, I remember there was this part in the game when you're hanging out with Leo's family, and it's you, so it's Vincent, Leo, and Leo's kid, and you're playing basketball,
Yeah.
and then you play basketball like one-on-one.
Yeah, no, it was good. Game was good. Character development
Or
or depth? No, non-existent.
What do you mean
'Cause,
non-existent?
Yeah, they develop like they understand each other and they realize
There you go.
that the other side
development.
they're both human and they understand each other's
Yeah,
reasons.
Leo
but,
is not just a
but
villain.
they still kill each other at the end. There's no like.
It's the ending.
no
that-
resolution.
No,
Anyway,
we're not judging the ending. We're judging
that
the
was his
development.
pick, and
Okay.
we can talk more
Now-
about it after.
So I had a few obscure ones, but one of them I was gonna include regardless. Okay, and it's gonna be my third one. My third pick is Cole McGrath from the infamous games.
We forgot about him.
Yeah,
I knew there were characters like that.
The character development.
I think that's a little bit like Marcus. It depends how you play him.
No.
Mm.
No.
No.
You can kill the whole city at the end of the second game.
No, even
Well,
so,
then you just have
no,
your
'cause, like,
development is
no,
different. It's
'cause
slightly different.
in the first game, the whole thing is that this villain that is destroying the city, right? Whether you're playing a good run or a bad run, it's the same thing with Red Dead Redemption. Whether you're good or bad, the ending changes, yes, but the way the story works,
It's different.
it's similar.
Well, with Infamous, the difference is between, like in the second game, spoilers, between him sacrificing himself
Then you're
and saving the humans or killing every human, including his best friend.
No, but he saves the Inhumans.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but he kills his best friend.
No, what
The difference with Red Dead is whether he's just in the dark or not.
No, listen. The choice at the end.
Well,
is,
no, really. You don't get certain side missions if you have low honor. Like, you don't get the side mission he mentioned of, like,
You
you're good man.
basically
if you have low
at the end of
You don't.
Infamous
With the
2,
priest.
No, you don't get the mission with the nun, but you still get that scene with Reverend where he comes to you. That's what happens.
the end of Infamous 2, you have to pick between either saving humanity, which the majority was people that hated your kind since the beginning, right? And then with that killing all the conduits and basically bringing humanity doing what a lot of them wanted was to not just have any superpowered people walking around, or save all of your people but kill the rest of humanity.
Aaron Yeager type thing.
And if you think about it, even though they portray it as like it's a good choice or a bad choice, realistically it isn't, because that's like his friend that then turns out to be the Beast, the villain in the second game. His whole motivations is that he just wants to, kill all the humans so that the conduits can live and then they can create society. But the problem is there's less conduits. It's people with powers, by the
that's
way,
all conduits, huh?
in the game, than humanity. So there'll
Which is
be
probably the
way more
sickest name
lives.
for people with
Yeah,
power.
so there'll be way more lives lost. And it's one of those scenarios where
But how
like
does he
both ways-
develop?
Huh?
How does he develop? How is he different from the beginning of the game
Well,
to the last of the second game?
In the beginning of the game, of the first game, he's just a random dude. That's the only thing he wants is like he wants simple things. He just wanted to make the relationship with his girlfriend work. He just wanted
Money.
to live a normal life. He just wanted money, like delivering pizzas. He just wanted to hang out with his friend Zeke, drink beers in the rooftop. He just wanted a simple life. And then he gets thrusted into this. And he starts, he not only
Thrust is a bit aggressive.
Gets pounded into it.
not only does he have powers, but he now feels like obliged to save the city. So he starts working on it, and then he becomes drunk with power, and then he learns the consequence of it. And then he realizes that at the end of the first game, after everything he's gone through, all the decisions this villain forced him to make that turned him into the person he was at the end. The villain turned out to be him from the future. That was teaching him, making him the person able to make the decision you make at the end of the second game. So yeah, regardless, at the end of the game, his character development is insane, and then you find out that all of that was you from the future building you up to be able to make the decision in the
To be fair, we can go more into it once
Yeah,
we review
sure,
everyone's
sure.
list. My third one, and I think this is a very good one, and I'm gonna keep it a little short as well. The explanation, and I can go more into it after. Aided Pierce
I had that.
from the first.
I
Watch
had
Dogs.
that in my bro. I
Watch
had
Dogs 1.
that on my list because we were doing 4. I thought we were doing 4. That was going to be my 4th one.
It was gonna be my third one
Bro, I
regardless.
told you I would be able. I would be like, I forgot such
Damn.
good.
Jeez.
Bro, you need to suck on it that hard, bro.
Someone's thirsty. Fucking hell.
Like, yeah, I knew I forgot.
He begins the
Good
game
characters.
just like angry as fuck. He's killing everybody. Doesn't matter,
Yeah.
innocent, guilty. His niece is dead, so he just kills everyone, right? And then he kind of learns to start trusting people.
Doesn't his
Clara-
Clara time it game?
Wait,
Or-
that's maybe if you want me to finish, you know. So his friend, he meets Clara, which is the girl they eventually kind of becomes interested. Then she dies, and he he literally just not just lost his niece, but he's trying to recover from that. She dies, and through the story, he's just killing spree. And then towards the end of the game, he's trusting people a little bit more, not fully. And more than anything, he understands that he has to be the one to, because he throughout the game he just wants to find the people that killed his niece. He doesn't care about anything else. But he ends up finding a lot of criminals that don't really have anything to do with that. But he realized that he can be a vigilante and actually punish those that need to be punished because the, criminal system or the law wasn't working then in that world. So he realizes that he's the one that's capable of doing that. And the shift from the beginning where he was just killing anybody that was involved in the accident with his niece and doesn't care about any other criminal to actually being responsible and actually trying to save people and ending up trusting Clara even though she dies if you haven't played the game, of course. It is a very old game.
Pedro, it's your
your final one.
final character.
We'll just go straight to that.
So this last one, you probably have a feeling that you're not gonna really agree with.
So far, we haven't agreed with any of yours.
What was your second one?
Geralt, but he hasn't finished the game.
No.
And he played one of the games.
I think Geralt was a great one.
I prefer. I had Geralt on my list.
Yeah, but at least he finished one of the games.
What did I say? Start.
But I still know how the story went. Just because I didn't finish the last part, I still know how it went, bro.
True.
That's true.
And Detroit Become Human, I also think it's a really good shout. For my last one, I went with Carl Crane.
From what?
Oh, from Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Never played that.
He went from someone that was literally working,
Construction. I was gonna say that.
he was literally
I've never played the game.
working with the organization to basically take down all the people that are living in the area. The whole point, I'm pretty sure, was to like basically bomb the whole area so that they killed
I thought he was a terrorist.
the zombies and the people living there.
Yeah,
terrorist.
But he went in as spy, and he kind of like became close to the people, and at the end he ends up turning against the organization. And the actual ending,
The whole place gets nuked.
no,
no, you're talking about the DLC, the one with the cards.
with the no, I wasn't talking about that one. That one's also cool. No, I'm talking about when he at the ending he becomes a zombie.
Well, I haven't played the game either, so it's
Prefer to spoil so Dying Light 1.
Maybe a kid, a 3-year-old was watching.
What was his development then?
He literally went from working for the organization, being a
Working construction.
and being a spy,
Construction worker to terrorist.
and being a spy, and like his whole mission was to get as much information as possible and basically betray everyone, and then at the end he ends up sticking to the people and betraying the organization. So it was like a whole whoop-de-whoop.
Okay, so everyone has their lists, and we're gonna go a little bit more.
It was
into
either that BT or Captain Price.
BT, the robot.
I'd say BT has a
Anyway, let's say everybody's list, so like it's simple.
so yeah.
So I had Leo and Vincent, Kratos, and what was my... Miles Morales.
You should set them in order.
Okay.
Mine was Arthur Morgan, Nathan Drake, and then Cole McGrath from the infamous game.
Mine was Deacon St. John from Days Gone, Peter Parker from Spider-Man games, and then Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs 1.
Mine was Marcus from Detroit Become Human, Geralt from The Witcher, and Calfreezy from Dying Light.
Alright, so now we have to decide. Call Freezy. Who has the best list?
Carl Crane.
I think there's one list here that we can just opt out.
I agree. I think
What was your list again?
Kratos, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Leo and Vincent. From
Yeah, I think Leo and Vincent fucks your
drags
list up
that
straight away.
down so much. Kratos drags it up a lot. Top pick.
Yeah, but
100%.
One of your picks is just shit.
It's not that bad.
Leo and Vincent's like, first of all, it's supposed to be one character. So pick Leo or Vincent.
Well, you didn't tell me which one.
To be fair, we can go with both because they're both shit.
Yeah,
Well, no, I don't think they're that shit.
They don't
I
have
think
a lot
they're
of development.
developments.
They don't have a lot of development.
I don't agree necessarily.
Like compared to the other characters that we said here.
So
Yeah,
you have to choose one for it to be like the winner.
Yeah.
It's just the
No.
one that has best picks.
Yeah,
I don't think.
that's
Don't
right.
get me wrong. They don't have as much development
So would
when
you-
we go into certain characters like Kratos or certain characters like Cole or Aiden Pierce. But
I'll be honest.
So would you
Yeah, that's
agree
not
that it's between me or Tag's list for
not necessarily.
right.
I think even though that Will and Vincent are probably is probably like slightly lower than anything in your list. I think Kratos is slightly above anything in your list,
Then
which kind of
Doom
balances it out. I
or
think.
Arthur.
To be
Oh,
fair,
it's your
you
second one?
can make a point that
Miles
like
Morales, Spider-Man.
that the point of the way out is that regardless of how they feel about each other at the end and how much they've evolved as characters, their ways of life are so stationary that even though they changed, they can't get out of their
Shakespeare.
like.
Go on.
You didn't even play the game.
I did.
With who?
With Matt.
With
well,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Adam.
Say your second name as well.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
yes, full government.
full government.
ID.
So yeah. Because even though they change as characters, though their ways of life, Leo being a criminal
Mm.
and Vincent
Being the undercover cop.
yeah, undercover, like they couldn't change, and even though they didn't want to kill the other at the end, they didn't have a choice because they're
They're like kind of
Yeah.
stuck.
so
There's no way out.
You could no way out.
The game is
Of-
a way out.
Yeah, it's a
Death is the way out.
Yeah, no, but like, cause don't get me
It's like one of them
You were
dies.
making it seem like they have no development or that these characters
Yeah, but it's
are,
very simple.
ass.
To be fair,
No,
I
what
was
is
also
that?
playing devil's advocate because I think
Yeah,
Our
but
lists
it's
are
what I said.
superior.
It's what- but did you? So do you just choose not to listen to certain stuff? I said that we and Vincent, I completely agree. Their development is why we. What?
Didn't say anything.
He mouthed something to the camera.
Oh, I don't.
We and Vincent are slightly below anything in your list, but I think Kratos.
he keeps on doing that. By the way, we've noticed by looking at the previous recordings. Like
He just stares at the barrel of the camera.
he tries to break the fourth wall by just starting
No, I
to the
never.
camera.
No.
So yeah, I mean that's my point. Like I can understand Leo and Vincent are slightly below, but I think Kratos is just slightly higher, which balances it out.
Then Arthur Morgan.
Yes, 100%. I think Kratos has a better development than Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan's the. You can disagree if you
That's not crazy.
Why do you disagree?
Well, because Arthur Morgan does like a full switch.
Also, huh?
Yeah, there's like a full switch.
Yeah, but you can also like the thing is,
how was Kratos from the beginning of the game different to Kratos? At the
well, the thing is, I'm
not
also
the
just
game,
talking
it's
about
franchise.
this game, right?
We're talking
But I
about the
also
game.
know about the franchise. Kratos went from
end?
this.
No, we're not talking about franchises.
Well, you
Okay,
said
because
both,
it's-
well, you said both Spider-Man games, and pick one.
Yeah, true. I know you
Okay.
have to consider both.
Okay, Spider-Man 1.
Yeah,
Then
you
I think Miles Morales has better development in his game than Spider-Man 1.
I was thinking actually learning what it means to be
Yes.
Spider-Man and letting Aunt May die.
Miles Morales goes through the same thing about learning what it
the
means
girl
to be
going
Spider-Man.
Al-Qaeda.
Yes. That's
think
a
it's
perfect example.
different.
No, yeah, but I think Miles Morales because
one
the
of
thing
them
is,
pretty much his mom.
I was giving it to you because I thought you were including both games. That's because you started naming the whole thing with Harry, the whole thing with the symbiote. I was agreeing with you there. But if you're just taking the first Spider-Man game, which
Okay, but there's 2 God of Wars. But you can't take the whole franchise.
There's like
I know,
5 God
I
of
know,
Wars
I know.
beforehand.
But you can't take the whole franchise.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's not fair.
okay, but then you can only
if
play
you have,
Spider-Man 1.
You have like quadruple the hours of one character compared to the other.
No, but the first 2 games were all the
but
same.
Red Dead is also extremely long compared to
I
the
like
other games.
that-
Okay,
okay,
but if you're comparing to a...
I don't mind, bro.
I don't know. I
No, but
think
Donnie,
I think there were 3 before.
I don't mind, but then you can
the
only
new
talk
version.
about Spider-Man
No,
1.
we're gonna go with like, if there is more than one game, it has to make sense. Like God of War 1 and God of War 2.
What about
Can't go for the whole franchise.
Well, then no.
For example,
no.
with Infamous 1 and Infamous 2 makes sense, but you can't with God of War. You can't be the whole franchise because otherwise there's so many more. hours
you
of
can't just do
character.
that. You can't just for certain games be like, oh, we can take their franchises or take the 1 and 2, but then for God of War we can only take that one game.
Because what
To be
to
fair,
do
the
with the
first few
hours.
God of Wars, there's not any character like growth or development. There wasn't
They're
even
quite
a
simple
very
games from what I
it wasn't
know.
even a very story based.
Yeah,
it was
but
just
I know the
pissed
argument.
off dude trying to kill gods.
Yeah, but the argument he's gonna make is in those games he was like very pissed off, and then he learns in these new games and changes, right?
Yeah.
But in the actual games, which is what we're talking about, he doesn't really like he changes, but
I
from the
think,
beginning to the end,
Depending
he's
on how
not
you want to do this, we either debate singular games or we debate the franchise.
I think this is simple. What did I say before we started this? What did I say the character development was? How the character is different from the beginning to the end of the game.
Then pick a game. Don't pick 2
Okay.
games.
You have to pick me a game that any God of War you want and then talk about how Kratos was in the beginning and the end.
Okay.
You can't pick how he was
Okay,
in the
but
beginning
then,
of the franchise.
but then
to the end.
you either pick Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2.
No, you can pick. Listen, you can pick any God of War. I'm not talking. You can pick any of
I'm
them.
saying the same thing to you.
Okay, no. Listen, as in like you can talk about the whole franchise if you want, but the whole thing about development is how the character is in the beginning of one game to the end. That's what we classify
Then
as.
what's the point of talking about the whole franchise?
To
I'm
be
gonna
fair,
talk about one
it
game.
still works. Listen, it still works. Just talking about
Yeah, no,
the
I don't mind.
iteration
I don't mind.
of God of
Just
War.
talking about the 2018 God of War.
Yeah,
because that's
it
one of
still
But
works.
I'm just saying, if I do that, he can only talk about one of the Spider-Man in his points.
Because we can also. I mean, we haven't played Ragnarok.
Yeah, I
but
know.
We can.
That's why I can't
We
talk
played the
about
DLC of the first one, which I think it was like with the Valkyries or something.
I don't know if
that was it.
that was.
But like, no, because like for example, in the Spider-Man 2, there's a lot more development if you just take Spider-Man 1. If you take both Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, Peter has a lot more development than if you just take Spider-Man 1.
True, but yeah, even I don't think like because the argument we're gonna make for God of War, it still applies if you only take that one game.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
he starts off not telling his son about his past and the person he used to be because he himself
He kind of
does not accept who he was, because a part of him it's still that. That's why as soon as the game starts with him, fisticuffing the other guy that's
Bowler.
immortal. Yeah, and at the end of the game, it's him realizing that if he doesn't tell his son about his past, if he doesn't embrace who he was, then his son will eventually become him, how he was before. So the argument of including the other 3 games or not, it doesn't matter because
Yeah, no, but I'm
that
just
game-
saying, because like when we're talking about God of War, I agree with you. But if we go into Spider-Man, then I disagree with you because like there's a lot more development in Spider-Man 2.
in terms
that
of
than in
Peter's
the first
character.
one.
Yeah, in terms of Peter's
Even
character.
though,
Because of the whole thing
that-
with Venom
no.
and the whole thing with Harry.
well, the whole like he in Spider-Man 1, he loses his mentor and he realizes what that means and
his
everything.
mentor. Oh,
Doc Ock, yeah.
Doc Ock, yeah.
And the whole thing with Aunt May is literally the symbolism of Spider-Man is the first Spider-Man.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we're not debating Spider-Man 1, so Spider-Man 2 here, okay? I mean, I'll give you that. But I'm just saying,
To be fair, I don't see how we're gonna pick a list.
It's not, we don't necessarily need to pick
I think
one.
mine
We
was-
just,
he has the shittest
we can just debate because obviously, like,
Well, you do, mate.
No, I don't.
who do you think?
Wait. You don't think? Okay, so what list you think is worse than yours from our 3?
I don't think any of them are worse. I'd say they're all good.
so one of yours is
sounds
worse.
like
Your
Pop
first
out.
character, his whole, and we talk about development. His whole development depends on what the player wants.
So
It is a very choice.
So,
based.
so straight away, that option isn't good, because your development might be great. My development for the character might be extremely shit. What was your second choice? Geralt.
Geralt.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Geralt, I agree with.
like
And
even-
it's the
no,
only
it's a-
one on
it's a
this
decent
list
choice.
that I
On
agree
this
with.
list, yeah, it's a decent
carries.
choice. But do you know much about the other games, or would you just be talking about the third game?
To be fair, the
About-
third game is it does a lot for him, especially because the other ones were older.
Yeah, but isn't there 4 as well?
No,
There isn't.
no, 4 is gonna come out with Siri.
Well,
Yeah.
we can come back to that once you play that.
Yeah.
And what's your third? What was your
When the
third?
game comes out,
And it was called Freezy from.
Oh, yeah.
from Dying Light.
Something like that.
But let's get back on the point,
Mm.
okay? And let's just talk about Spider-Man 1, just like I'm only gonna talk about Kratos in 2018. Are you done with that?
I mean, okay, but why are we comparing your first option with my second?
Because you're the one that brought it up.
Right.
Then how did Spider-Man come into this conversation?
Well, we're just talking about our options.
No,
No, because
we-
he
no.
asked. He said Kratos wasn't better than Arthur Morgan.
Yeah,
And-
I think Kratos has a better development than Arthur Morgan. I think Spider-Man Miles Morales has better development than Peter Parker in Spider-Man 1. Not both of them, just one.
I agree with the first one. I disagree with the second one.
Yeah,
Miles
that's fine, that's
has
fine.
more developments in the Spider-Man game than in the Miles Morales game. Miles, well, Miles actually loses his father in the Spider-Man 1. And he actually kind of goes through that in Spider-Man 1.
Well, he's going through it in the DLC
that
as
Miles
well.
goes through
No,
in
but
his
that's-
game.
yeah, but he deals.
That
he-
happens in the Spider-Man 1,
Yeah,
but
sure.
he deals with it in
Yeah,
this game.
exactly. He loses him, but you only see him deal with it properly, especially with him being Spider-Man in his own game.
Well,
It's especially when
I feel like this kind
his
of a
uncle-
different discussion.
It's especially when his uncle comes back into his life. He has the side missions of going back and listen to the tracks his uncle used to do with his dad, and that's his way of like the way that his uncle is trying to like help him get over
get over it.
That's a different discussion because I think Miles Morales is a bit like his story in the game is a bit of a carbon copy to Peter's in the first game.
What?
in the first game before
Like
he's
his whole like if you think about it, the Miles Morales story game is like is the whole thing. Like, it's not a carbon copy, but the resolution is a carbon copy. Like, he either sacrifices everyone else and saves the girl, or lets the girl die and is able to save the city. Which is what Peter
because
does.
those are the type of decisions you have to do when you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it was just off Spider-Man 1.
With great power comes great responsibility. There's like only a limiting amount of stuff you can use to
Also,
represent.
Miles didn't have the option really
because
to save
both of
the
them-
girl.
It was on.
Yeah, both of them stand for the same thing.
Also,
So,
if you remember
gotta show
Miles
that.
Morales, at the end of the game, he didn't really have an option to save the girl. He didn't want her to die. But the thing is, if he exploded,
No,
like,
he did. He could have absorbed the energy, but then
he
everyone
tried.
else.
No, he absorbed the energy.
He could have survived.
No, he absorbed the
He
energy.
Yeah, he
absorbed the
did,
energy.
and-
but the thing is, he was walking out and he was passing out because there was so much energy, and she brought him up.
Oh yes, exactly. So he didn't let her die. He saved
Yeah,
her.
I
she
thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, she sacrificed herself.
He
'cause-
saved her, and then she saved him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because exactly. So it was different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So it's not carbon copy. And I think Kratos has a better development than Arthur. So I think those two, the only one that I think is better, of course, is Aiden Pierce, better than William Vincent. I agree with you there. But I think Kratos pushes it more, and then Miles
Yeah, but
Morales
there's no
is
way
slightly
we think-
better than
we
pushes
don't
as
think
well.
Miles Morales' story in the game is better than Peter's. You can't tell me Miles Morales has more depth and character development than Peter.
Story, I don't know, but I think the character has more development and depth there than in Spider-Man 1, just one, not both of them together, because it's like Miles Morales. Also, we're talking about a shorter game, which just means that he goes through a lot more in a shorter period of time that you play with him. First, it's him. Like, it's what you said. The death of his dad happens in Spider-Man 1, but he goes through it in the DLC in Miles Morales. So it's him going through it. It's him learning.
He starts going through
It's him,
Spider-Man 1.
like, it's what I said. With Spider-Man 1, it's not like it's the beginning of his career. He's already done his mistakes. He doesn't have to learn how to be Spider-Man. He has to learn how to do the hard decisions. But Miles Morales does the same decisions in his game.
So what decision does Miles have that is equivalent to the depth of decision that Peter has to do by picking the city over his aunt?
I'm trying to think of it again now. Well, yeah, I mean, that's probably that's a harder decision, I guess, than anything that Miles has done. But that doesn't mean there's more development or depth in his character. You got to keep in mind, Peter has been Spider-Man for way longer than Miles has.
Okay.
And it's what I was going to say. So the game follows with Miles learning how to be Spider-Man, because the thing is, because it's what you said, we have to take the character, the start and the character at the end. At the start, he's a kid. He's a normal kid, just normal responsibilities of a kid, and he just lives with that. And then he has to go, over a short period of time, he has to learn how that he's going to mess up. He has all this power, but he can't save everyone. He's going to mess up because we see that when he fails, when he does like a mistake with a helicopter, and Peter has to back him up. And he has to learn that he's going to make mistakes. He's Spider-Man, but he's not perfect. And he has also to learn that how it's going to affect his relationships, which happens because he almost misses his college thing in the game. That he has to learn how to go through all that. That he still has to find time to be himself, even though he has to go outside and like put on the mask every day. So he has to develop through that whole thing that Peter doesn't go through that because because he's
In the
already
games he
been
does.
Spider-Man for that long.
Yeah, but he still has to
like
deal with all that.
Spider-Man
He's just used
1
to it.
starts. Yeah, but you were talking. Yeah, but we're talking about development in the game. I'm not saying Peter didn't have to go through that, but in the game, he doesn't go through that. In Spider-Man 1, he doesn't go through that. MJ already knows he's Spider-Man, so it's not like he has relationship problems.
No, he literally does because she doesn't want to be with him.
Yeah, no, in terms of like, he doesn't have relationship problems in terms of like that she doesn't know he's Spider-Man. She knows he has the, I didn't mean like he doesn't have relationship problems. He does, because it's that whole thing. Even more in Spider-Man 2.
Which I think is even more because
Doesn't he start the game single?
Yeah, he has relationship problems because he is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And she knows. That's why there's problems.
Well, I don't think there's problems because she knows. It's because he's Spider-Man.
and
But
no,
that's-
it's because
that's
he
something-
keeps saving her.
Huh?
He keeps saving her. Like, that's the whole thing. She doesn't want to be saved. She's a little wacky, bro. She loves doing meth in the corner of the bucket. So, like, that was the whole thing. I don't think Miles goes through anywhere near enough the level of decisions that Peter has to do.
Besides that, once the yes, he
Like,
has
Peter starts the game like as normal Spider-Man, and at the end, he literally learns the level that it takes to be Spider-Man.
like it's that thing of like Miles has to learn in such a short period of time how to go from this kid that has normal responsibilities of being a kid
Well,
to
he started the game with powers.
huh?
He didn't start the game normal.
Yeah, because at the end, but he started the game like he pretty much just got his powers. Because at the end of Spider-Man 1 is when Miles got his powers, and then it picks up in Spider-Man 2.
And he also like the grieving period is during Spider-Man 1 for Miles. Like the whole thing with like Miles, I still stand. I think Miles had, if not the same, almost the same development in Spider-Man 1 that in Miles Morales.
I disagree.
Because
And like,
then let me explain. Then you will know what I mean by this. Because in Spider-Man 1, his dad dies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he's finding a way to cope. He isn't Spider-Man yet. He doesn't have powers yet. But he's finding a way to cope, and it's through Peter that he starts giving out to people. Like, that's the beginning of him becoming Spider-Man. Without the powers, he starts helping people and realizing that's his way to go through his issues, the same way that Peter did with Uncle Ben. That's his way, like, helping people in the charity thing.
Okay.
So, I think...
Yeah, but Spider-Man Miles Morales elevates that because he then gets the powers. He has the Spider-Man powers, and then he instantly has this massive persona in Peter that it feels like he has to live up to.
Yeah, and
Whilst
he says this to Peter.
Whilst constantly being surrounded by people that are grieving, trying to help his mom. Not only is she grieving, she's now a single mother, also running for like the president of like the community or
So
something.
she's always in danger, and then he has to have that thing of like, am I as Spider-Man gonna prioritize my mom over other people?
Like his first job that he has to do, which is the whole thing with the Rhino and the helicopter. He fails, and he makes a lot of people in danger because of it, because the Rhino is released.
And let's not forget, like, Victory. Let's keep in mind, this is pretty much in the beginning of his career, Spider-Man, and Peter leaves. Peter leaves, and he's faced with a countrywide like threat that with the whole Roxxon thing, the bomb, and he has to solve that himself.
Yeah.
And he sacrifices. Because let's keep in mind, at the end of the game, the girl, if she wasn't there, he sacrificed his wife for the whole.
Yeah.
By absorbing the energy, he sacrificed the wife for the people of. Like Brooklyn, I guess. I mean, it would have killed more than Brooklyn, but he sacrificed his wife. It was then because he saved the girl that whole thing of like he saved the girl and then the girl goes on to save him, and then he also has to deal with another person close to him dying, because let's keep in mind it was her brother, and then it was his dad, not in this order.
Yeah.
They all passed away.
Yeah.
So he has to deal with that. Of course, they don't really show because if you keep playing the game, besides the story, there's voice lines and stuff like that, but he has to go through all that. The only thing I can give to Peter in Spider-Man 1 is that he has to face his mentor and the death of his aunt. But like by then, Peter has already had so much experience as Spider-Man that it's like, it's not that he's more used to these decisions, but he doesn't have to go through the whole thing of like messing up and learning that like being Spider-Man doesn't mean that you're perfect.
Only
shit like that.
because, like, I think they're just different things. Only because he has already gone through that. And he's now
Like, he doesn't have to go through that development. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, but he's encountering different things and developing different ways. Doesn't make Miles Morales' development better simply because he's going through those things now, and they're showing it. And
I just
also,
think
you can
Miles
also
goes
use
through more.
Spider-Man too.
Huh?
He doesn't go through more.
Development. I didn't finish.
You can also use Spider-Man 2 because Miles Morales is also in Spider-Man 2.
He's not the main focus, though.
There's almost no development in Spider-Man 2.
Okay,
Miles
but
Morales.
like
He's not the main focus.
we have to take his whole story the same way we take the whole of Peter's story.
Well, what you just said, we're only going to take Spider-Man 1 and I'm going to take Miles Morales. Because Spider-Man 2, yeah, Miles is there, but he's not the main focus.
Yeah,
Of course, he's not going to go through as much.
They did him dirty. He was just
With his
sidelined.
toothpaste suit.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
horrible.
how is he not the main? He's as main purpose of the
Peter.
story. as Peter.
No, he does play a big role, but
Not as big as Peter.
No, nowhere near.
They literally have 50-50 missions.
No,
Yeah,
it's not about. It's about like.
So
the
you
presence.
agree that Miles Morales has better character development in depth
No.
than Peter Parker?
No.
So far, you haven't said one point to agree with
No,
me.
I was just saying that there is an argument there in the games. Miles Morales does have a very close, is a very close competition
Again, this
with
is just
Peter.
comparing
Yeah, but
Miles
so far
Morales
you
with
haven't made
Spider-Man 1.
any arguments for Peter.
Because,
think they're both
because
the
you've
same. I
been,
think they're
you've
both
been doing
leveled.
most of them.
I think they're both leveled. I think we're buying you on the same.
No, you have to take a side. You
Yeah,
can't be like,
like just not
Take us out.
just not to make it too long. So like even then you can see how it can go one way or another. Like I'm not gonna back down. I don't
Because this
think
is
you are
one
either.
topic of three
And
they chose.
I think Kratos is curry better than Arthur and curry better than Spider-Man 1. Peter and
Mine's
Spider-Man.
Deacon.
Why don't
I don't know
you-
why you
not-
bring
Oh,
Spider-Man.
that's
Clearly.
Arthur.
Not-
But
Not clearly
Arthur is
better.
better than Deacon and Kratos is better than Arthur.
Why don't you do it
I think we have time to talk about Arthur Deacon and
No, why don't we
Kratos.
finish like this? Each person will vote. They can't vote for their own,
themselves?
and they vote which group of characters they think was the best.
Which list? If you
Which
can't
list?
vote for your own, which one?
Which
would you
list
go
was the
for?
best? For example, let's start from there, and then
Warrior?
whichever one gets.
Arthur Morgan, Nathan Drake, and Cole McGrath.
Nathan Drake is like Nathan is kind of like meh, but Arthur.
The thing is, one of your picks is so shit.
Yeah, that's the only
Young
thing
Prince.
that's
Like,
really
otherwise, I'll
funny.
vote you. But one of your picks is so
Young
shit, it
Prince
ruins your list.
No, but it's what I said. Like it's not good.
Funny,
but it's
yes.
yeah. I didn't mean to say that. Like it's not good, but it's not horrid either.
is
Like I'm
horrid.
making it seem. No,
It
it's
is
not.
like they
I
don't.
can disagree with you
The
there.
game is very superficial.
Say
There's
one that you
barely
vote
any
against.
depth and barely any character
I
development.
disagree.
But you're starting to pick anyway.
Yours were what? Deacon.
Deacon. I wrote down Deacon,
Aiden.
Peter Parker, and Aiden Pierce.
Like if you had someone else besides Nathan.
Aiden Pierce from
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. Yeah.
Well,
I think mine's the best
what was,
overall
what was,
list.
what was the second one? Spider-Man.
Peter Parker, and then there's Deacon as
Deacon.
first.
Oh,
Say
Deacon
go.
first.
The thing is, he has Arthur, and it's one of those things that it's like Nathan is lower,
Yeah,
but then Arthur.
it's about going because we don't get to pick 3 straight away.
yeah,
It's
we're talking about the
with
overall list.
with what you can, like in terms of the order, picking the best list. Because sure, Arthur and Kratos great list, but your third pick is very bad, and his second pick is also kind of bad.
I don't care what you mean, but we're talking about
I don't
the
think
overall.
my second.
I don't
pick is
think
bad.
it's-
I don't think
pick's
we,
bad.
we don't have time to discuss.
Sure, it's not like the
I'll
best,
probably
but
say
it's better than his last pick or any of his 3
Yeah,
picks.
no, yeah. I
No,
mean,
side
I meant when I say bad, like compared to the other two. For example, I think Cole
Sure.
McGrath goes through more development than depth than
yeah,
Nathan.
Sure.
I'll probably
Uh,
say Thiago. Simply because Arthur and Cole.
But I don't think that's the point of this.
No,
Well, we're saying which person has the best list.
Yeah.
No, which list? Yeah, which list has best
Like
list?
if you can't choose
If
your
you
own list, which one do you think?
Yeah,
has the
and you
best-
have to
best?
take the character, all the 3 characters,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just like
Yeah, if you think like, then you should probably vote for the list. It doesn't really have a bad one. because-
Mine doesn't have a bad one.
Like,
I
no,
just think-
for example, he said that Nathan was kind of eh.
I said compared with like others, yes, but like Arthur and Cole are.
Okay, well, compare like with my list, which one is
Bro, I'm picking him.
okay?
well,
then if there's no
for
room
for your list, what was the?
It was
so it was
Peter,
Deacon,
Peter,
Spider-Man,
and Aiden.
Yeah, so Aiden, I think he's
He goes through stuff,
he's
but like his
basic
development
compared
is
with the
not.
other ones.
Yeah,
The only
Well,
one
that's
that
the whole point why he's third.
carries it is
Deacon.
Spider-Man. Deacon, yes, it's strong, but I don't think it's up there.
like Nathan and Aiden, I'd probably give it slightly to Nathan, simply because like. I mean,
No, yeah,
if we take
100%.
the whole franchise, because it's like Nathan grew up
disagree, but I don't think
as
that's
an
a-
orphan, had to learn how to like the touch from his brother.
Yeah,
And, like, that whole
Aiden
thing.
Pierce. Aiden,
Yeah, that's
Aiden
why I
Pierce
said the touch from his brother.
is literally the Punisher with a smartphone.
No, I mean to be fair, they have similar stories.
Which
But,
one-
That's the reason why I would pick it.
Okay, which one would you vote for?
But Peter and Deacon are also.
Yeah, not gonna lie. If it wasn't for your A Way Out poll,
I don't-
I would have picked you because Kratos, I think, is arguably the best one on the table.
So you're gonna pick mine
and,
instead.
and for me, Spider-Man
Shut
Miles
up.
Morales is so close with Spider-Man Peter Parker. Between the games, I would give it slightly to Peter. But then yes.
So you don't think
his
you don't
third
think
pick is-
so you don't
is my
think
bet.
Kratos and Miles Morales is enough?
No. Compared with
yeah, I
his,
also
no,
don't think it's
think
about
so.
being enough because you went first. It's about how your overall list is.
We were
Yeah,
talking about
it's
the
not about
overall list.
Oh, you have a great one, like one of the best. Let's say Kratos. Like even though I disagree, let's say Kratos is by far the best.
I don't think you're
And then-
understanding this.
No, just listen. You have Kratos, which is by far the best, and then your last one is arguably, at least we agree, is very bad, right? But it's not about okay. So since Kratos is so good, he pulls it up. No, you went first. It's not about that. It's about your overall list. How is it? It's not about
Yeah,
okay, you have a
that's
great
why I'm
one
talking about the
and a
overall
bad
list.
one. Where does it connect? It's about you having 3 picks that are overall decent. But regardless, that is-
If he has one character which has the best development in all media, and then you have 3 all right ones, I'm going with him.
well, I mean, if I have 3 alright ones, yes, but it's to do with the order. For example,
No,
What?
it's
No,
not.
it has nothing to
doesn't-
do with
no,
the
no,
order.
no. No, you have your 3. Now, which 3 are
It's not
the
about
best?
the
You
order.
can't
No,
pick your-
it's
it's-
about who has the best overall list.
Yeah.
So it
Overall.
doesn't matter if one of yours is one of the greats, if the other 2 tries to their ass.
No,
Because
it's-
your overall list
Danny,
is
this is
Yeah, I'm taking it overall.
This is
but
also
that's
to the
what he's
person's
saying.
opinion. Like, if, for example, Kratos was absolutely insane to him, and the other 2 were average, he could still choose
So,
that
yeah,
one
so,
just
yeah.
because he had Kratos.
Kratos carries his list.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Miles elevates it insanely. But you have
Aiden Pierce.
Spider-Man
Peter.
Peter, which is slightly higher for me than Miles. Then you have Deacon St. John, great character depth and development. And then you have Aiden Pierce, which is a solid one. And his last one was not a solid one.
It was,
So,
it
yeah,
was
so-
mid. It was mid. It
so-
wasn't ass like you're making the team. It was mid. I can't
We don't even have time to discuss it realistically,
Speaking of
but
us,
yeah.
what's
No,
your
wait, no.
list?
So who do you pick?
I'll pick his.
Okay.
Because of the last choice. Because his overall list is better.
Well, I don't think so. He technically has
I have some
better
hot
list.
takes as well. Kratos, I
Oh,
don't
wait,
think.
it's
Some dumb shit. as well.
No,
I'm
it's just
glad you
because
shut
like,
his
we
mouth.
won't have to discuss time to discuss
yeah,
fire him out.
true.
He
So
said Kratos. I'll say Mopsy.
Nathan had an absolutely amazing character development.
I know, right? Don't you think
No,
they're being a bit?
yeah,
a
but-
No,
bit
I'm
harsh?
saying comparing with other
He
characters.
didn't.
Comparing with Peter and comparing
Sure,
with Deacon.
sure, but
Comparing to Cole McGrath, which you put at third.
I-
But you compare it to Leon Vincent as well.
But I played Uncharted 1 all the way up to 4.
Yeah, I remember you needed help with the puzzle.
Did you play? Did you play the first one? With the scuba diving.
yeah.
We had it for free, do you remember?
Yeah,
I thought it was only him that.
So the character development was insane. And then what were your other two?
Arthur and
Arthur.
Cole McGrath.
Arthur Morgan. And,
Well,
and-
yeah,
and-
McGrath,
you.
wait,
Yeah.
wait.
I mean, he's winning
Yeah,
regardless.
but let
He
me just
already
explain.
has
Let
to,
me just
so-
explain.
Not if he picks me.
yeah.
But yeah, Cole McGrath,
sure.
insane character development as well. From the first game to the second game, like how he adapted with basically having his powers and even like having the decision of you're bad or good. Either way, there's character development there.
Yeah.
He either goes
Yeah, but I
on
mean,
to,
it's the
like
player that
final-
makes it,
let
though.
me,
but
Let him cook.
let me cook. Even
you
with,
just can't take,
let him cook.
you can't take player decisions as character.
Let him cook.
I'm letting you cook.
even with the final decision where he can choose between killing all the humans, including his best friend from moment one, which is Zeke, but he ends up staying with all the conduits, or he kills all the conduits, basically his people, including killing himself, but the humans live. So it's such a decision of
Yeah.
he dies or Zeke dies. That was basically the decision that he had, with more layers to it.
Yeah.
So just getting to that
Sounds like
point,
he's making his list.
just getting to that point where he's make that decision, I think character development is insane. And then in terms of Arthur Morgan, even though I haven't played the game,
You're Nick for stopping at the snow.
I do
He
have
stopped at the tutorial.
Yeah.
a lot of like TikToks, or I've seen a lot of stuff off the game. So I do know
There's no way you're picking Arthur Morgan over Deacon when you haven't played Red Dead.
I'll put Deacon again. I'm not choosing it over Deacon, but it is a communal list
Yeah.
in terms of Deacon would be above than Arthur Morgan because I haven't played the game.
no, but it's because you were just talking about Arthur
Yeah,
Morgan.
but that's why
but
he
I'm
spent
giving-
most of
because
his
I already knew
argument.
that if I said his, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
"But I like Morgan." I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot about Arthur Morgan, and I do have a lot of TikToks of like,
Yeah, we know.
So I presume you're picking
He
him.
doesn't just.
but
moan
I
Cisco.
do know, I do know that Arthur Morgan does have a lot of character development, so I would have to.
I'll say Arthur Morgan second.
All right.
To Kratos.
Kratos.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Probably
I'm
I
just
haven't played
gonna.
the game.
yeah,
like,
so
I've-
you pick me.
I've
I
been
would-
gathering. Well, wearing.
I mean, fair enough. Your three characters,
yeah, fair.
they're all just good. Like
Yeah.
some are better than others, but your whole list is
Yeah.
good. So
But the
yeah,
viewer know that the true winner is me.
No, yeah. So if anyone actually, is watching us, you
was.
can decide in the comments
yeah, that's not going to
which-
be a TikTok. So like,
Yeah.
just pick whoever.
which list
Anyway,
is better.
I just wanted
And,
to say some hot takes
If
before
Pedro gets at least one vote,
we do Borgs.
One vote, bro. I know a lot of people who choose
Anyway,
one.
I just
No,
want to
that's
say some hot takes
stupid.
before we move on to the review because we do have to move on to the review.
some hot takes about.
About what we were just talking about because I
Oh.
didn't really have time to speak. When you guys were talking, you said what's his name? God of War.
Kratos.
Kratos. You guys said he had best depth and character development here by far,
That we said to the end, probably.
and you guys are definitely not going to agree.
Not by
with me.
far, but
I don't think so. I think he's definitely top 3 or up there.
Do you think Arthur is top one? It's like a top one.
first place.
Yeah.
First place.
Top crazy sure.
Maybe Deacon, but I think Arthur. Also, we didn't mention
Stupid.
Joel.
I know.
Don't pick Joel.
I had it in my fucking. I had it in my notes,
As a
bro.
third one,
Joel?
better than Victor, right?
I thought one of you had picked it for some reason.
No, Joel or Ellie from The Last of Us would have saved your list.
I haven't played the
And-
second game, so I can't really talk about it.
Ellie's in the fucking first game.
But she doesn't have that much development.
Yeah, but I also no,
she does.
Not that much.
But yeah, so that was the main thing, and I also think, and I think it's pretty clear that I think Spider-Man his development and depth in the first game compared to Miles Morales is
I mean,
a
I
decent
did agree
amount
with you with that. I just
over.
I just
No,
don't think
you
they're
didn't. You
different.
didn't hear what he said. He said a decent
a
amount.
decent amount of like it's not something that it could go either way because some of you were saying it could go either way. I don't think
No.
so,
Well-
but I don't think this is something we're gonna agree with. And we should move on to the review.
Yeah. So
Secret level.
again,
Let's do the review as
Yeah.
usually do.
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna. What you just said.
Yeah.
So if you haven't gotten it by now, you're either slow or have us muted. The whole episode.
I don't blame you.
The whole episode's been around like games or gaming characters, whatever. So we decided that the review today was going to be about the show in Prime called Secret Level, where it's kind of like Love, Death, and Robots, where it's like different
Well,
animation every
it
time.
was by the same producer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why
I don't know
it's kind of like.
about you guys, but I don't know how long this review is gonna be because I don't have that many.
I don't have that much either.
Same.
Let me just finish it.
Bomba Clark.
Let me just finish introducing it.
Everything's good.
We're trying to do engagement ring gone.
Let me just finish introduction. So,
No,
yeah,
because I'm not engaged. I'm engaged.
He's engaged.
I'm engaged. The Lord.
So yeah, we're gonna review Secret Level. It has 15 episodes. Each episode is normally about a different game. There's a Warhammer one, there's a Pac-Man one, so on. We're gonna be talking about it, talking about what we like, what
So
we
first,
didn't,
non
etc.
spoilers as we usually do.
Should you pull up like a list of the episodes?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up on Prime.
So first, as we usually do, just kind of go over. I thought you were gonna go. First, we do kind of non-spoiler. We say like a score out of 10. We just kind of talk about it really overall. Then we kind of might go into a little bit more spoilery. With this type of show, it's like spoilers are who gives a shit.
Yeah.
But
each
it's first is just kind of overall thoughts, and then we kind of might go into pros and cons a little bit more.
Yeah, so score, I'll give it a solid. So a solid 5. 5. I can be convinced maybe to a 6, but I'm a 5 right now. Maybe
Alright.
after a bit of discussion, it's all right. Some very
5.
good ones, some
Yeah.
ass ones. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Uh,
For me as well.
mine's
Yeah. Like you said, really good episodes, really shitty ones. A lot of them mid.
So you told me to shut up
Yeah.
just to say what I said.
mine's a 4. I did not care for most of the show. Had to watch it like very quickly. Did not care for most of the episodes.
Mine's probably a 9.5. No. Mine I'll probably give it 5 as well. Started really good. Towards the end, it was very shit or quite dookie. So yeah, average. Good watch, but not anything too crazy.
Was it a good watch?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I feel like
Somewhere.
I feel like
Somewhat.
It's just like shows like these
Somewhat.
without a story. Like I noticed that some like at the end of some good episodes, I'll be like, I want to know more, but I know there isn't.
yeah. Yeah. True.
I mean, we're gonna get into spoilers now, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll get it.
Or
spoiler
it's like the episodes. or
Yeah,
whatever.
One of the episodes I really like was Sifu.
Sifu, one of my
Did you like
favorite
the
ones.
first one,
What was the first one?
Dungeons and
the
Dragons.
D&D one.
It finished
It was
kind of
alright.
abruptly. It finished-
I did not care for it either.
Wow.
I know,
The whole
no.
thing with like
For
Abu
some
Pisha or
reason,
whatever
he
the fuck.
and he becomes a cleric.
I hated that for some reason.
No, that was just a joke.
The gnome.
Yeah, she just pissed me off. I don't know why.
I think-
no one pissed you
I think it was just one of those things where it's like,
I wonder why. Friendly fire.
I feel like it was just
I'm
one of those
6'2", I don't know
episodes.
why.
He's 6'2", but inverted numbers. It's one of,
2-6.
it's just one of those things that's like,
6'1".
I liked the episode, but it didn't, like, it finished, and it was like, you were halfway through an episode, and you know there's no more. Like, the ending was literally,
Yeah.
they didn't fight, I thought they
I
were going to defeat the dragon and go through that.
I mean, I
It's
really
alright.
liked it.
I liked it. I liked the animation of it. It was alright. Sifu was one of my favorites,
Sifu's
along
good.
with the
Warhammer.
Warhammer and
Warhammer was
the-
okay. Like really, it was better than the first one for sure.
Oh, no.
Wait, I'm trying to
Warhammer
find the
was
other
good,
one.
bro.
It was up there,
Warhammer's
yeah. But like
Warhammer's
nothing
really
I'll
good.
scream about being like I need more of this. I'm like he was good.
Really?
It was alright. I like the
Warhammer's
thing with the
fantastic.
kid feeling no fear.
I'll be
But kinda
honest.
badass.
5 were probably good. How many episodes? are there?
15.
15. 5 were probably, I'll say, good.
What the fuck?
5
What's
of
on
them,
fucking
five
the
of them
table?
were mid. 5 of them were shit.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why I give it.
Yeah,
That's
my
just also
favorite.
five.
Mine, I don't know
9.5.
about you. I'm sure you Walter, are gonna agree with me. Sifu
I'd
was one of my favorites, along with the one with John Wick, the Crossfire. No, not Crossfire.
Yeah,
that's
the
not
one where
the
he's
Armored
piloting.
Core Asset Management.
Not John Wick, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, kind of. Then Unreal
was
Tournament
alright.
Zan with the robots.
Doesn't he
Yeah.
just die at the end?
No?
No. Did you even watch the episode?
I don't think he was.
Oh
talking
no,
about
he
Marvel.
just kills the guy.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, your people are left. And he just, I just don't know. Like it's
Yeah.
called him being like,
There's no one like me.
there's no one like me. Sure, it's cold, but like,
Yeah. So Sifu, Unreal Tournament Zan, which is with the robots.
Yeah, that one's good. The
The
Revolution.
the one I just said, the asset management, and besides that, I'm looking through them now.
The rest were just mediocre. I mean,
They were alright.
travel-ish one with the daughter
That was
going out
decent.
and the father trying to find her.
That was really
good.
cool.
The
The,
one- the-
Pirates was also
Pirates.
classic. The Space Pirates.
Yeah.
The Space Pirates, where they get the coordinates for
Yeah,
like,
with
every
the- with
bite
the, like,
travel.
Oh
Yeah, that alien axolot that was just like
the one,
gun
Yeah.
crazy.
the one
That was
with
a
the
great
king,
design.
Yeah.
the one with the king did not care for it.
Yeah, no,
The
that
king was fucking
that
annoying.
It wasn't funny either.
No,
Yeah.
the one with the
Most of the episodes I
game.
didn't care for.
Yeah.
That one, no, I thought it was alright. I like the animation on that.
Well, like the chess one.
It wasn't chess, but yeah.
Oh, whatever it was.
I don't know. I just
remember
thought
yet.
most of the episodes were really not. Like there were a couple that actually piqued my interest. The rest I was
Yeah.
just like, I don't care about
I
this.
think definitely the D&D one,
And the
I love that one.
Warhammer one,
Warhammer,
I've got mentioned already.
Sifu, the Zan Revolution,
Yeah,
the
and then-
Pirates one,
and the
and-
one with Keanu.
the one with Keanu Reeves.
I think that's about it. Huh?
the one with the
What
dad.
was the one with Keanu Reeves?
the one with the
when he's
robots.
piloting the
mech.
flying
Oh yeah, true.
and the one with the dad like going after the
Yeah, that
daughter.
one was alright.
Time travel.
But like, it was a bit like, there's no way the daughter would have aged that much. Like, that's an actual thing.
Well,
But no, but the thing is, it's
they
like,
show it in Interstellar.
yeah, I know. But I'm talking more in the sense that like, the daughter, like, the periods that the daughter would age didn't really make sense to me sometimes. Like, he would travel this
They
amount in
explained it.
light years. I know, but he would travel like 3 light years, and it would be like 20 years, but then he would travel 4, and
Yeah,
it's like
because
60.
like because like
Because it was
she's
different
in
planets, bro. Yeah.
she's
I know.
in different planets.
So different planets would have different age differences in terms of increase, bro.
Yeah,
Like Interstellar, they went to that one, and the comparison would
Like-
be like 10 years compared with 1 year on
Yeah.
Earth.
every
But if
minute
they
in that
were,
planet.
if they were on a different
it was
planet,
like a
it would be
week. It was
different.
like
yeah.
Yeah.
13 years or something.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
fine.
It's a little bit like around the globe. There's different time.
So yeah,
No.
actually the
No,
for-
that is
you're
different.
saying people are different ages depending on what time of
Not age, but like
No,
there's
no,
there are different,
no,
different
no.
times.
He's talking about different.
He's
places
talking
in the
about
globe
Earth,
with
bro.
time zones.
Just like
No.
there's different time.
No,
zones.
that's not the same thing.
No, I'm not talking about age now. I'm
Yeah,
saying
no, but-
we can all agree.
No, but time zones aren't because of that.
I'm not saying that.
This
but
is the last time I back you up.
No,
I didn't even know.
No, because this guy is finding it hard to believe the different planets
No,
have
no,
different.
no, that's an actual thing. It's because of their distance and it's
So what's your issue?
yeah, it's because also how fast they're moving. That's why
space time.
with the
something
speed,
like
with
So
when
what's your
whenever you
issue
move
with
it-
it?
my issue was how much the time span was. That was my
Because
issue.
they were different planets.
No, I know that. I'm not struggling with the concept that happens because I know it does.
Then why are you
Because
struggling?
That's no, I just don't like the whole thing of like how much she aged, like the actual amount. That was the because
You like him younger.
then older.
Okay.
And it's nothing like because I know that's the thing. That's why like if you move at the speed of light, the way you it's not that you're stopping time, is that the way you perceive time is different from people on Earth. That's why that happens. And I understand that's an actual thing. I'm not struggling with the concept. It's just how much she aged. I was a bit iffy on. But again, that's a small thing, and it's just me, I guess.
Because it was different planets.
Oh, I don't want to talk. Can someone else speak, please? I beg, because this guy just
I
talks
mean,
bullshit. bro.
this really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So,
it's just a me thing.
It
It's
is,
a
it is
personal thing.
exactly what he said. There were like there were 5 of them really good episodes, really good. There were 5 of them that were okay, and
Five that were
5
shit.
of them they were just boring or didn't really care.
Are we
or
putting
not.
him in the tier list?
We can put obviously the overall show.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
the
no,
awards.
I meant the overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you put
Before
it?
we could do that, what did you think of Pac-Man?
I thought it was good.
It was also.
I thought it was alright.
I thought it was
I thought it was good. No,
I thought it was alright.
that's one of the ones I thought it was
I didn't
good.
even know it was Pac-Man until you told me.
I saw the title. I was like, oh,
I
it's
saw the
Pac-Man.
title.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting it.
But yeah, let's
It's a
let
good
him
spin on
review
it,
it,
but-
me review, and then we'll do a.
I mean, to be fair, they've covered like most of the episodes. I did not care for them. There was a couple like Sifu or the
Warhammer one.
Warhammer. Like it's up there compared to the rest. School action scenes. I like the guy like Feel No Fear, but like there's not much to it. And I like
it's
shows that are a
short
little.
episodes. You
Yeah,
got
I
to
know,
cover.
but I like personally just my thing. I prefer shows that have a little bit more to them.
I agree.
So it's like, yeah, it's just not.
Yeah, I thought the ones you said I thought they were good. I did think the Pac-Man one was good as well. I thought the Call of Duty one was good as well.
Like Battlefield.
Battlefield.
I didn't really explain that though.
No,
I
they
mean,
were just
it was-
mercenaries who were doing it for money.
It was
It's not
really
a big deal.
cool action, but
I thought
there
that
was no
I thought it was a
substance.
good one as well. What do you say?
I
What the
don't
fuck
know.
was the box? Like they ended up taking the box anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
The packages they were carrying.
Oh,
And then they were like, "Oh, our job was to get you here, not the package." I was like, "So why did you take the package with you in the first place? You could have just given it to them, and they wouldn't have shot you." Yeah, stupid show actually.
no, because she would have to like they were in the standoff.
No,
So
but the
they're
whole
like-
thing is like the
And they weren't getting
opposite
paid
team-
for the package.
The whole team would no, but the whole opposite team was like, we just want the package.
Yeah.
And they were just like, we're just gonna protect the guy. But they took the package. If they left the package and just took the guy, they wouldn't have been shot.
No, but so the guy was literally handcuffed to the package. The whole thing was he had to take the package to whoever it was,
Yeah.
and their job was to make sure the guy
the
didn't
thing is,
die.
it's what he's saying. If the people that were taking care of the guy, if they didn't mind leaving the package, that the only job was taking the guy, why
They
not just give the
left the
but
package
they
to the other guy?
minded. But when it got to the point that she was in the standoff,
They never said that though.
Well, if they minded that much, they could have
Yeah.
they left the guy on the
I
side of
think
the
they
road.
were just going for the thing of like a bit like in real life. Oh, not in real life, but sometimes in real life, where like both sides think they're good
Yeah.
because they kept repeating, "Oh, we're the good guys."
Yeah,
here."
yeah. To be fair, yeah.
So it's like
That was it.
Like it's a
And
good
it's
concept, but it's just like
not
with,
done well.
with short episodes, there's not much you can do.
True,
So
yes.
where would you put it in?
no,
the
yeah.
tier
But let
list?
me just finish. So
Oh,
I
okay,
thought the episode of the girl that kept on like dying and she was like exploring the.
Yeah.
I thought that was very average.
like dungeon runner
Yeah.
or something.
I thought that the robot boy, whatever the name was.
Mega Man or whatever.
Mega Man, yeah, I thought that was
I
right.
thought that was
And
average.
that was like I thought when it ended, I was like, "This is it," because this is like the beginning of the beginning.
You know,
Of-
he's a very popular card.
I know, yeah, I know, but I thought that
So be careful.
that was gonna be
He might
you know,
sponsor us.
that was gonna be like I know us actually seeing
Alongside Kim
Mega Man.
Jong-un and
something.
Goofy.
Yeah.
So
The thing is, like, why didn't they use more popular games? That's what I kept thinking.
Sifu is not that popular when you think about games, and it was made an amazing.
yeah,
I'm
maybe
glad they did it.
Sure,
maybe-
but like, if you use more popular game, like, I think
Maybe
I
it's,
like Sifu so much also because I know
maybe
the
it's a
game.
rights issue. Maybe
I don't think so.
No, to
I
be
think
fair-
they haven't played the game and they love Sifu.
When you think about
played the
it,
game.
maybe the whole
I didn't
point
finish.
was kind
Everyone
of
here played the
like
game.
what might be. I might be completely wrong, but it might be like smaller gamers that might like sponsor or pay a little bit people to design the show so that it gets a little bit more traction. A little bit. Like for example, I would have not really known Warhammer until I watched it until he told me, "Oh, I've got the game," and I was like, "Oh, let me give it a go." So it might have been something like that.
Warhammer is already
Because when you
extremely
think about it, out of all of them, there wasn't any, maybe apart from
Warhammer.
Dungeon of Dragons, that was like that popular.
Warhammer is extremely popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is very.
It's probably the most popular one
Yeah.
of all of them.
Definitely. By far. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, they also have like extremely popular actors.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, Kevin Hart's daughter.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart.
He voiced
he
in the last
voiced
episode.
the little
The
robot,
little robot in the
Yeah,
last
final
episode.
the one that's chasing her around in the bike.
Just members of
Oh, yeah.
You see
The flying one, yeah. The
Yeah,
flying robot.
flying
yeah.
robot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
No,
episode
wait.
mid. I
Wait,
don't
what?
Flying robots. Yeah, we're talking about the last one. They ends
Yeah,
up
no,
appearing
yeah.
in the Colossus.
No, yeah, the flying robots
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like.
The one where Kratos shows up.
You see,
Yeah.
you see the girl, the main girl. She's Kevin Hart's daughter.
I don't know that.
So where would you place it?
Mid.
No, in the
Yeah.
tier
in
list.
the tier
Isn't
list.
To be fair, we all
isn't
gave it a
mediocre,
5, so it would be probably the
it's
bottom.
mediocre,
Mid,
bottom
yeah.
of mid,
Uh,
bottom of mid, or
I'll put it in bad.
honestly, I agree. Bottom of mid. Yeah.
I would put it top on bad.
No,
but
not
I
bad.
think
well, you gave it a 4.
Because
I know, but even
if
then-
someone told me, "Oh, you've got to watch again," I'll be like, "Don't really want to." But sure. So that means
I'll
it's
be
a
like,
mid.
I'd rather eat.
So yeah.
Fucking-
So where would you put it?
In the yellow, definitely.
Eat
And
what?
then
Nails.
we can put a. Because we put
I mean-
Dan top yellow, right?
Yeah. Top mid.
so when you compare it with that,
No, it has
No, that's why it's bottom.
I'd rather shove
bottom
a,
yellow, bottom yellow.
Yeah, bottom, mid.
If someone was like, watch it
Ah.
again, how would you react?
no,
I'd rather shove a screwdriver in my esophagus.
No, I'll happily watch again the episodes that I like.
I
Yeah.
have to rewatch the whole fucking show.
No,
Yeah, no.
bottom of
I'll-
mids.
My honest reaction will be like, okay.
I'm with him.
Yeah, but they're also like 2 minutes long.
excited for
I
the-
know I gave it a 5, but I'm with him. Top of
Put it in
5.
bad, bro.
I just know there's gonna be some
I-
episodes that are gonna be mid.
I disagree.
And
I think bottom of mid, and I think this show sets a great example for what bottom of mid looks like.
For example, the
Because
episode
there's some-
with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't think there was
That wasn't Arnold
The one with
Schwarzenegger.
the king.
That wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think it was. I think
No,
it
it
was.
was his son or something.
No, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I can pull up the cast right now.
But we all know
Oh,
the episode.
no,
What were you
pull
gonna
it
say
out,
about
pull
that
it out.
episode? That episode
Yeah.
was horrid.
I thought it was a good watch.
Well, then why?
It wasn't like
Oh, no.
crazy, but I thought it was a good
It was
watch.
so boring, and the character was annoying. For a small episode to make the character
Wait,
annoying.
so we can't agree that the show is bottom mid.
How do we more on top of?
How bad?
Of absolute
I
Oh,
don't
you're
think
right.
We got. I don't think we can't.
It was,
It's
wasn't it?
showing
Well,
bad.
of course it was. You could tell by the accent as well. It was definitely him.
There's a lot of people with the accent as well. No, but you're right. Regardless,
Yeah.
I think I'll.
I think I'm with Daniel. Come on.
But it's 2v2. I mean, do you agree with that?
You know what? No, you know what? We can put bottom of mid because it's what he said. There are 5 very good, 5
Yeah.
mid,
And to
5
be fair,
shit.
it's gonna be
It's like-
very rare, I think, for
Like,
us
I
to
don't think there's going to be anything
What?
that's going to go below it in mid.
see something
I-
that would
I think
actually
this
be
is like-
bad.
It's just why? So you think Dan is just slightly higher than it?
No, Danadan is top of mid, but we only have 2 shows.
So how many layers are there in mid?
That's gonna.
There's
That's gonna.
3.
No, like the more we put on.
To be fair, what was the numbers again? Because we literally
No, the
divided it by
numbers
the
like, are
numbers.
not like a precise thing.
But it was 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, and then 8.
No,
No.
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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
No.
7, 8, 9, 10. That is exactly.
That's how you divide.
No,
it
I
by
mean, I
5
guess you can
tiers.
give zeros.
No.
No.
Absolute dog shit.
Yeah, bottom mid.
Bottom mid.
Bottom mid.
I think that's
Okay.
fine. I don't think.
bad.
Because then why are you saying that Dan and bottom mid? Like, how far is the high mid, bottom mid?
Because I give it a 4. I think 4 is a good score for the show.
We gave Danadan a 6, and we gave this a 5. That's what we.
I gave
high mid
Danadan-
and bottom mid.
No, I give it a 4 though. I think it's a 4. I don't think it deserves a 5.
We know.
You're saying this
But
show's average.
Everyone else gave
Let
it
me
5.
let me walk
Yeah.
through the episodes again.
Out of every show you could possibly that you've ever watched, do you think it's average? You've
No,
watched
yeah.
like
I'll say it's
definitely.
average. Yeah, average show.
tell me one show
Average
worse
show.
than this.
Off the dome.
Off the dome.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm trying to think. Oh, for example, the pink hair guy anime that we watched. What was the name?
Psyche or whatever.
That one? Absolute dog shit.
Wait,
I would say it's-
which one?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you
I don't think you watched it.
But I think it's like the same level. If not, if maybe this is even worse. I think it should go on bad. I think it's a decent 4.
I mean, we all agreed bottom mid, so.
Did everyone agree?
Yeah, like I was
Let's
just
go bottom
reading
mid.
through the episodes now. It has some shit ones, but it's like we're also just talking about the story. Like all the different types of animation were amazing.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
some were more
exactly.
simple than others. Like if we're just taking the story, then I'll agree more with you. But some of the animation was up.
Yeah,
was
that's the
stunning.
I guess
So,
I'm on number 2.
like with John Wick.
It'll go bottom mid, but I'll put it in bad because I'm.
Okay.
It'll go bottom mid.
So yeah. So now the only thing left is
The game.
the game.
Let's finish with the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, so yeah, we're gonna do the game now. We're gonna probably there's probably gonna be a cut soon, just so we set it up. I'll just explain the game now. So we're playing the Ace Race. If you have seen,
Look
I
at
don't
that
even know if that mic is
technique.
picking that up. You stuck on it well, you know. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Ace Race. Yeah. So, if you have seen other episodes, you know how this works. But in case you haven't, in case you're just his one account watching,
Can't say that.
What do you say?
This guy sucks cock.
I didn't say that.
Whip it out.
yeah. So the way it's gonna work is we're gonna have our 4 suits, our 4 aces, and there's gonna be 3 levels. We're gonna flip each level. Each level is gonna have a card. We're gonna flip it, and then depending on the suit of that card, we have to ask each other questions, and it'll make sense more when we're actually playing it. It's kind of hard to explain without having it.
The first two
Yeah.
to get there, they clear it, and they'll be then they won't compete in the next episode's game. They'll be kind of like the judges, and at the end of that game, we'll decide on the loser. They'll have to do a fun
Yeah, so
punishment like
for
this.
today, we're gonna have 2 winners. So next time, we'll have one loser.
So what he just
No,
said.
one loser. Yeah, I was
What
just
he just said.
clarifying because this guy is saying 2 losers.
That's why he's not speaking.
I said one.
Because he's an idiot.
Never
Go get the
listen
card.
to that guy.
There's one in every.
How many
group,
did you
bro.
get?
How many Indians did I
I
get?
thought he,
Editor, put John Pork in front of them.
Wait, what
and
did he
mute them.
say?
I thought you said a slur.
No, I didn't.
Say it.
But I mean, the rules
We've already
have been
explained
explained,
them.
so let's begin. First card, hearts.
So yeah, the hearts card moves forward, which is him. And
Please
the
be
person
diamond.
asking the question is hearts. So because
3 level.
it's him, he stands for hearts. We each one of us have a suit. He has a free pass, so he would just stay on that level.
He'll just stay on the above. He doesn't have to answer a trivia question.
Yeah.
My turn. Diamonds. Then I'm diamonds, so I move forward. Ask me a question. What's your topic, first of all?
Before you ask, so if he gets his question right, he stays on this level. If he gets it wrong, he moves back. That's how the game.
So, my topic is Latinas. No, it's not.
I was about to.
I thought you were serious. I was like, okay, you're.
I wouldn't put it past him.
No, I really wouldn't.
What? I was like, oh, he's gonna be like, what's the optimal height for Latinos?
5'2".
6'4".
So, 6'4". Yeah. Okay. So my topic is cyberpunk.
Okay, edge runners, I presume.
Yes.
No, just edge.
It could be the game. That's why you bet. It could be
I know.
Let me just pick a question.
Let me just.
Come on,
This must be quick. Let me just.
You can see he was ready for this.
Generate me a question.
he's edging around.
So, what is the
It's
main
edge running.
consequence? So it has a name. What is the main consequence of using the enhancements excessively?
Cyberpsychosis.
That's why he does this.
What is
That was quick fire. Okay,
what you know
next
about
one.
it, bro? What you know?
Joker
Joker.
means fuck all.
Means fuck all. We move
means
on.
you finish your drink.
Down your drink.
Pedro moves forward. Oh, that's
Diamonds.
So it's hearts again.
Oh,
I shuffled them. I
Mate,
shuffled
you
them.
have to fucking shuffle these cards better or something. 'Cause
I
like,
shuffled them,
last
bro.
game it was already 2 diamonds.
Hey.
Next card, moving forward. Hearts again.
oh my god.
Diamonds. I'm gonna
Please
pick
give him a
fucking hardest
harder question, bro.
No.
So me, you don't ask questions.
My topic.
Me and you are not gonna ask questions.
My topic is American politics.
American politics.
No, it's arcane.
Okay. Oh, perfect. I've got.
What's your thoughts on Trump, mate? Okay, let me see.
Love him.
That's so annoying.
That was a joke. I love him.
I'll give you, like, you know about the show, so I'm not going to give you an easy one.
To win.
What? Can I ask a question?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
I was just gonna say something about the game.
Your turn. Your turn.
What item does Jinx often carry as a reminder of her past?
Yeah, 5 seconds, mate.
What? No. What item does Jinx carry as a reminder of her past?
I think.
She carries a couple. So she carries the goggles from the fat guy.
She goggles on what?
She gargled on what?
The fat guy.
She goggles on the fat guy.
No, the goggles. The goggles. Whatever the fuck.
Does she?
Yeah.
I don't
On her head. I'm gonna go with the goggles that she wears on her
So
head.
if I know it's
Goggles.
Correct.
That's a pull and a half. I don't know.
No, it's incorrect. That's wrong.
Oh, you said correct.
No, I said incorrect. You guys
Oh.
are probably just in.
was it like the
is it the
little
gun?
bomb thingy?
Yeah, it was the monkey toy,
The
or
monkey
you could have
toy.
said the monkey bomb because she later modifies it
Oh,
into a bomb.
well, but that's
I
her
thought it was the
weapon.
gun.
So it's
No,
no
it's-
remembrance of her past.
No, because as a child she had the monkey toy, and as adult she has the monkey toy. The powder from the other alternate universe will review Arcane as well.
Yeah, but
yeah, next episode.
but the goggles was from the fat guy that died.
Okay, but this is from her childhood. That was the question, and she's always had this. And then the bomb that she makes that goes
Are
wrong.
we gonna
is the
agree with
monkey bomb.
this?
Yeah.
Are we gonna agree with this? Tiago.
Yeah.
We can't always take it to the courts if we get it wrong.
No, but it's not getting it wrong. The
No,
goggles
it's-
was a remembrance
no.
of her past.
The goggles was even from the
I
fat guy.
don't even know if
It
she
was.
wears goggles.
No.
So if I prove it right, do I win?
No. No, that's not how it works. You got the question wrong.
What are the group called? So they
Do I sound like
so
Jedgers?
the group, what they do, they have a name.
Ask me a question, brother. What's the question?
What is the name of the group? Like what are they called?
Their squad. That's
They're their squad. What is their name? They have a name.
they do have.
Of what they do. They have a name.
That David joins.
Yeah, they have the squad.
The gang. I don't even know if they say it in the show.
They do. They
Okay.
do. And it's not even just the group. So their work, the people that do what they do, they have a name.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
I think I know the answer.
Oh, I think I know the answer.
Fuck.
You can say after if he doesn't get it.
Is it something easy or is it a hard question?
Reader.
It's not hard. They say it multiple times.
I think I know.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh man, I'm
Close.
I'm not gonna get it.
Guess.
Say something now.
I don't know.
Lovely.
Golvek.
You're gonna.
Yeah. I well.
So I actually
Is
wasn't
it
too
edge
far
runners?
away
Is it edge
when I
runners?
said fuck was close. Edging. So edge runners.
Edge runners.
Edge runners.
Oh.
We'll see where we go and be like, oh, if you sure you want to become a red, it's in the title.
I mean, to be honest,
What? No, edge runners isn't the people that go like isn't the Lucy and the other girl. They go
no,
inside.
technically they're all
No.
wedge runners.
They're edge runners.
Yeah.
So I know this because so the
But
questions I
that's the thing.
have.
If you watch the show in Japanese, like
No, but it has
you're
the
not
titles.
watching.
What
What?
about Japanese?
I watched it in both.
I mean, so did I. To be fair.
Yeah.
But there's still
Actually, no, I watched it both times. I
There's
watched
still
it in Japanese.
subtitles. You're reading subtitles.
Yeah, but it's different.
Okay.
It won't connect as
Uh,
much.
Yeah, sure.
Next.
You sure you want to take it to the courts?
Well,
did you move yourself back?
It's me again, so
Oh,
ask me
Oh, so you
another
get another
question.
question. So I want first and last name.
This guy's got another question.
Okay.
Who kills David?
First and last.
That's
First
so
and
easy,
last.
mate.
Oh,
Oh, that's easy, bro.
yeah. It was easy.
It's Penelope.
I haven't watched it in ages.
Skolvek, bro.
Shut up.
Alexander Hamilton.
Okay, now you're not helping.
I thought this one was.
By the way,
very
shut
good.
up.
well,
Let him cook,
I can't
bro.
think.
Yeah,
If
there's
it's-
no
yeah,
time. You
let
don't
him
know.
cook.
We can take it time.
Okay. It's not Megatron.
Close, close.
It's the Giga one.
Maximum Edger.
Yeah, true. Oh my god.
You deserve to be the loser again.
Yeah, I mean,
You gonna give up?
I don't know. I just.
I want to guess. I want to guess if he doesn't guess.
You say first name, I'll say last name.
And I'll see the middle.
Comic. Adam Smasher.
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher.
Yeah.
Did you say Adam?
I said no, mate. It was Tom.
It's Tom. Tom from around the. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Next person.
Diamonds.
Oh my god.
Moving forward. It's me another question, mate.
Today's game has been horrid, and I want to apologize.
It's been great. We quit.
Watch me. Him ask me like, what is Wussy's third toe color palette?
He's running out of questions, bro.
She's asked 3.
I was.
He has
He has
ChatGPT anyway,
4.
mate.
What is the name of the implant, the first implant that David gets?
Oh,
Sandevistan.
yeah.
Come on, bro. Next person moving forward. Cards.
At what point does it start becoming unfair?
Mate, the cards are shuffled. They just random.
Yeah, it's the out of the card.
Okay. Another. I mean, you know about the show, so I'm gonna ask you too. Really, what's the name of the group that Echo led?
Oh, fuck me.
That's insanely hard, but fair enough.
It's not insanely hard. We were talking about it the other day.
Oh, it's the bugs.
Bugs.
Oh, it's the
bees.
Firefighters. Firefighters or firefights? Fighters. Wait.
Firefighters.
No.
Firefighters.
No, different.
Let him think. Let him think. He let you think.
Yeah, true.
It's the bugs, bro.
Caterpillars.
I don't think we're gonna take bugs for the time.
It's a cockroach.
The firefighters. Nope.
That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right. Firefighters. I'm gonna go
Is
with
that final answer?
Yeah.
It's correct.
What's your problem? Don't look at me. You're gonna give it away.
Yeah.
No,
This guy said firefighters.
Bro, for some reason it sounded weird in my head.
Right.
Fire-
Next person.
Firefighters is definitely not. Oh, fine.
Clubs. Ask him a question.
Ask me a good one. Don't make it too hard. I am on the first level.
I hope he drops. Ask him the hardest question you have.
Okay. So, from
What's
the
that? So long ago.
squad, both Lucy and Kiwi had a special job. So they had a name. What was the name of what they did?
Yeah, like.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Edron results now.
Shit. Even I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Let me see.
My
if I can-
God, bro! It's my first. I thought he was gonna ask the name of the little girl. I was hoping for
Of course, he's thinking about little girls.
that. They just go in, like on ice baths.
Oh,
bro.
I know.
They say multiple
I know.
times as well.
I know.
None of these questions are in
I'll
the
try
game.
and answer.
I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do.
I'll transfer it.
Still don't know.
No? No? Search behind your.
So you didn't get it. You just sent the wrong
message.
Wait, it's some because that's it.
I bought a 3 terabyte, 3 terabytes of MILFs in his hard drive right there. That's why he can't think.
3 terabytes a few days.
I'm trying to think, bro. I'm trying to think, bro.
I should have said something like that.
He's an addict.
Like it was her job before she joined the group. I'm pretty sure it had the same name.
And it's still the same job while she's with the crew. I don't want to press you for time, but I'm going to press you for time.
Little press for time, but you got answer.
No. Cyber crew.
Do you know or not?
I'm trying to because the thing is, I remember moments of them talking. I'm trying to think. That's how I got Leon. So I'm trying to pull.
Let me just see if I have it right. Why are you finding it? Just a random question. No, I did have it right. I feel like it's something to do with diving.
Good that's all I have.
Bugs, bro.
Bugs, bro.
Shut up. You're just gonna confuse me more.
It's a scuba.
Bugs Life.
Take your
I
time.
feel like it's net something. Like I'm
Now
not.
or never, big man.
Just think, mate.
Just think.
Think.
Go with your gut. So yeah.
Shut up!
He has to get an
You
answer
guys say
instead.
think, and he said go with your gut. Say it, bro.
Do you want me to say?
Netrunner.
No, runner.
It was Netrunner. Oh, on my mother's wife.
You
I
should
had.
have just said it.
I told you to go with your gut.
You could have just given an
Bro,
answer.
did you not learn from school? It's better to give an answer than leave a blank.
I thought it was net diver.
No, I got
No, Netrunner.
I got there. All right, next
Fuck.
person moving for diamond.
Fuck, man. I would just
Oh,
had
one
one
more
more diamonds. I'm home free because I don't even have to answer a question because it's my section. So let's see. This is diamonds as well. It's not spades.
Okay.
Ask him a question.
Bro, it doesn't matter regardless.
Ah, come on, the big Rafa comeback.
We've had one club this whole game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go for it.
so
Well, it isn't lucky. That's someone from
David's mentor, or what became his mentor when he joined the squad,
Yeah.
what was his name?
Just the first.
Just the first.
Main.
Good pull. Next person.
So I'm home
Home
free.
free. All right. Next person moving.
We need-
diamond.
And he's home free.
Yeah.
So
It was
Good,
unfortunate.
bro.
I mean, it was unfortunate that like it happened like this. It is what it is.
Because we don't fake him. So you know
It's
that it's
all
the actual
real.
truth. It's all real in this podcast. No
Yeah.
cuts, no edits, no faking.
we're probably gonna start faking again.
So yeah, the game's over. So me and Thiago lost. Which is exactly what happened last time we played.
Mm.
So next episode, the
You're
one
gonna go
that
with him?
might be out already, might not. We're gonna play the other game that I'll explain there, where they're gonna be the judges or the helpers, kinda, and it's gonna be between me and Thiago T, who's the loser, and yeah, that's how the decide who the loser will be. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave this guy because he said enough bullshit today.
That was the episode. Hopefully, it wasn't that long as we actually recorded for. Cause yeah. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next.
So, thanks for watching.
That was already.
It's already-
that's it.
it's already-
It's over.
Thank you.